Hello.
Hello, Clink.
What's up, man?
Well, excited to check out what's going on in the Myth World Cup today.
So the way it's going to work is you're going to download the films as they happen, and then we're going to review them.
That is correct.
I'm going to do everything I can to try to not know who wins each game so that we can kind of be surprised as we review them.
Yeah, I will, I'm going to do my best to give no indication, but when you go to download them, I think it shows you, like, the results. But maybe I can just download them from the active games list instead of... I'm not sure, actually. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Alright, so you're streaming right now. People can hear us?
Yeah, except for Zal. He said the music's a little bit too loud, so let me see what I can adjust.
Zillick says to put a paper across your screen, and then he does a little tongue-out winky face. Well, Zillick, I guess that's a pretty good idea. I guess to maintain our unbiased perspective, that could work. I genuinely want to be surprised. Well, what I really want is for there to be a 4-0 beginning for HOTS, so I can get some game time. That would be ideal. But yeah, I think it's going to be a tightly contested match. I'm pretty excited. I think that this is going to be one of the best finals that has occurred.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's funny you want them to go to 4-0 so you can get in quick. Be great to end up seeing you get some games in today, man. I definitely think it'll be closely contested, though, so we'll just have to see when some wiggle room is made for you to step up to the plate. But I'm glad you're able to join the cast for now, man, because I think we're going to have a lot of fun going through all these games. And I mean, like you said, this might be one of the greatest MWCs of all time. It's got great matchup on both sides, so
yeah,
I'm excited to get this stuff underway. But we're going to be waiting for that entire first game to end before we actually get into it.
So while we're waiting, I'll drop a couple bombs on the community in order to kind of lure mystery men into a false sense of security and to project an aura of inactivity. HOTS was stratting and practicing via TCP/IP games, an unheard of level of care and dedication to the game. Meanwhile, mystery men stratted every day for 3 hours, and I we'll have to see which team comes in better prepared.
Yeah, so far I've seen both teams pretty active in that regard. Not sure how much strategizing has gone on in either team.
Yeah, well, I know, just not to give too much away, but I think that HOTS will have some good strats coming out of the gate, and hopefully, mystery men will have to adapt to our strategies rather than really forcing the issue. So I think that the more aggressive team is going to be the more successful team today.
Yeah, I mean, especially on a lot of these game types, you want to be the one controlling the momentum. So it really comes up to like which teams are going to step up immediately and just try to control that momentum.
When you look at the first match, there was just way the initiative in each game. It seemed like HOTS took the initiative, and so mystery men spent the rest of the game adapting to what HOTS wanted them to do. So even in the first game with the delayed mid rush, it wasn't the most successful rush of all time, but it completely changed the landscape of the game. And mystery men spent the rest of the game running around, not really with a clear purpose. And, that resulted in the victory imminent for HOTS. And, they kind of spent the rest of the game trying to catch up.
Yeah, that Hiver strat was super brilliant where I don't think Mystery Men really expected anything to be pushing them mid early. And like you said, they spent the whole rest of that game scrambling. And I feel like that really set the tone for the match where Mystery Men were like, yo, like, what are these guys going to do next? And I think HOTS pulled off something very similar the next game, which took them by surprise. So
it was 2 straight mid rushes. It's almost like they hired Thor as a myth consultant.
Oh, yes.
So shout out to Thor from Brazil, one of the legends of the game. We're still looking at this first game. It's still got 10 minutes left. I expect it to go down to the wire because it's territories. So we're not going to have any myth action for the viewers for another 10, 12 minutes. So if you could just hang in there with us, we'd appreciate it. Shout out to all the viewers that are new from some of the Bungie tweet shout outs and all that. Good to have you guys. Hopefully you guys will like the game, and you can maybe even look into playing it.
It is a classic. It's crazy to think that this is like the 21st or 22nd Myth World Cup of all time. Like, the years are adding up for this game.
Yeah, I mean, so much has changed since, you start playing the game, and then life changes, and then you come back one day and you're like, oh man, people are still playing this game. And so I think that without the level of community support, it would have died a long time ago. But the game is lucky to have Project Magma, who keeps making updates for it, and they're lucky to have Gate of Storms, and really a series of servers that have popped up after Bungie withdrew all their support for the game. So we're lucky that we can still have these tournaments. And I think that this, everybody would agree that this has been one of the more active years over the past probably decade. So.
Yeah, it was, it was very unfortunate that COVID was affecting the world that it did. But on the bright side, it did lead to this large influx of players a few months ago, where I felt like Myth really got revitalized. I mean, we've had a couple good finals the past few years, but I think when it comes down to activity, this has definitely been one of the most active years in a long time, so you should see... I mean, if you see any mistakes, expect them to be capitalized on by their opponent pretty much immediately. And I feel like these matches are really going to come down to just little mistakes by one player or another, resulting in what's going to go on.
So just looking at the chat on the stream, it looks like we have a Bungie employee, possibly, watching. So welcome to you. Thanks for the work that you did on the game. And somebody has also requested that we kind of go through what's happened in the tourney until now, which I'm happy to do. This year, how many teams did we have this year, Paris?
8
total?
teams.
8 teams. So, obviously not a ton of teams, but those 8 teams all had, plenty of active people, and we've been able to have 8 versus 8 games, in, pretty much every week, which is the maximum number of players in Myth. Let's go ahead. I'm going to open up the QR pools. We had 2 pools. 4 of the better teams were in Pool Ulrich, and then 4 of the weaker teams were in Pool Soulblighter, and that was used for seeding. HOTS, which is one of the teams playing today, narrowly had a better record over Mystery Men, who's the other finals team, in the pool, and they took the head-to-head matchup 3-2, I believe. But that was the very first week of the tournament. So that resulted in the double elimination bracket, where HOTS had the top seed, Mystery Men had the second seed, and from there, HOTS kind of breezed through the first 2 matches, 5-0 and 4-0-1. And then they got to the semis, and that's where they faced Mystery Men. Mystery Men had to battle through by beating Business Associates in round 2, regarded as one of the strongest teams in the tournament. So they faced better competition getting to the semis, and then in the semis, the Hot Sauce team took a 3-2 victory, but it started out 3-1, I believe, so it was kind of over by the 5th game.
Yeah.
And then it's double elimination, so all the teams go to the bottom bracket after losing. It's just like a basketball tournament. And in the losers bracket, Business Associates really tore it up, and then they got to the bottom bracket finals, and Mystery Men took that in a close matchup. They took that 4-3 in the bottom bracket finals. So that leads to the finals today, where Hot Sauce is going to be playing Mystery Men, and it's a best of 7, but then if or is it best of 7 and then it goes to sudden death if the bottom bracket finalist wins? So sudden death means that the teams will alternate picking maps, and whoever wins 2 in a row wins the tournament at that point if it goes to sudden death. If the top bracket finalists take the initial best of 7, then it's just over at that point. So, and the game 1 has about 5 minutes remaining in it, so hopefully we'll have you some myth action here in about 7 minutes.
Oh, so they're playing live now, huh?
Yep, they're playing live right now. Right on the server.
So who is in that first game right now?
We can go take a look. By the way,
Yeah.
I'm Seeker. I just joined this stream.
Shout out to Seeker.
Yep.
Yeah. One of the co-casters. In general, we've been trying to cast every weekend. It's kind of fun. We're by no means professionals, as I'm sure you could tell, but nonetheless, we tried to bring some publicity to this old game that we think is really special. Right. And shout out to any new viewers that have never watched Myth Action before, or to the Bungie employee that worked on the game, and he's probably seeing this for the first time in 20 years. So hopefully you'll really be impressed with how tactics have evolved and how good these players are. On the hot squad, we have the Limp Bisquick is his full name. He's captaining. His name's going to be Texas Pete, because we did a hot sauce theme for the team this year. Right. And he's going to be joined by HMP, Helicopter Monkey Pilot. He's going to be joined by Thalander, Asmodian, Gecko, formerly of Northern Paladins. Yep. And then he's going to be joined by Shyster. Another kind of, if we have legends in this game, that's going to be another player that's kind of considered a legend. Genghis Khan, one of the best trowers in the game, which the trows are the kind of the most important unit on any map that they're on. Right. Up against that team, we're going to have Mystery Men, who, I'm guessing that they're being captained by Lord Scary Owl, LSO. Yep. And he's joined by...
Is that he's a really young player, and he was actually born after Punching Net went down. So it's interesting that how even really young players can still find the game if they search.
Yeah, that is amazing, man. I believe. He's younger than the game. He's younger than when Bungie.net went down, and where did this kid come from?
Yeah, I think he picked up the game through his dad or his uncle or something, and he's really gotten pretty good over the last couple of years. He's joined by really some of the greatest players of all time. Thierry, whose name is currently Drizzed Poop. That's
his original name, I think.
Yep, that's his original name.
Yeah, and he changed it to that yesterday or 2 days ago at my goating. So he's generally regarded as the greatest player of all time on this game. So he's won more tournaments. He's lasted longer than just about anybody else. The only player that really even has a similar claim to him as far as skill would be GKG. But the other players on that team, Donsky, also a very good player. Spoon, underrated player. He's going to be a role player for them. Arsenic, PK. Arsenic's also one of the greatest players of all time, general consensus. Karma, one of the greatest trowers the game has ever seen. Blade, solid role player. And for the other team, I forgot to mention on HOTS, they have Eastwind, who has been one of the best players over the last 12 years.
Right. Caveat, if you're an old player, this is a different Eastwind than the one you do.
Oh, yeah, it's not the Eastwind from whatever it was in Myth World Cup 2001. I forget that order, but...
Triple Nipple?
Triple Nipple,
Yeah,
yes. Tank Clan actually played Triple Nipple. We got rocked that year. Yeah, so the first game's almost over, guys. We'll have some action for you here in just a couple minutes. Looks like we're almost up to 30 viewers.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Khan has a question for us. Who is a player that has excelled during the MWC games so far? Basically, he's asking, like, who do you think has done, like, the best?
I mean, I'd say any player here that ends up playing in the majority of the games is able to get into that contention. But like we were just bringing up before, Thierry, he's amazing. He's always in contention for an MVP in any game he's in. So like right off the bat, you could just start with him. For HOTS, they got so many like different great players where it's just tough to pick out one who's been overwhelmingly strong during the tournament. I mean, I'd say maybe Genghis. Genghis has been playing really well.
Mm-hmm.
If Gecko's available, Gecko's a pretty big player for them as well when he actually can show up. You know, Eastwind's been doing well.
I think coming from the standpoint of HOTS, just because I've, been in...
Yeah, you're on the team, man. You're on the team. So, like, who do you put up on your...
I've been in several matches. I've kind of faded out the last couple of weeks, just because better players, we're showing with, like, 10, 11 people each week. So, from that standpoint, I would say that the best overall player for us, the one that's been most consistent, would probably be Genghis. But, MVP might have to go to Limp, just because his captaining has been that good. I mean, he really comes prepared each week. And I've never felt like we've had a worse strategy than the other team. And plus, he's really done some underrated goal work, scouting, just role players type stuff. So I think that a lot of credit goes to him. I would think that
he could sneak in there.
Yeah. Another underrated one who's really been really good after he started out a little rusty has been Shyster. So I think that he would have to kind of get credit for most improved. And then Asmodean has made some very huge plays in several matches. And he's a guy that doesn't really get appreciated enough. So shout out to him. So from the mystery men standpoint, I would say that Karma has been a nice, pleasant surprise for them. He's been playing very well after coming back from 8 years away. And, Thierry is Thierry. Arsenic is Arsenic. I don't know. I mean, my biggest thing with them is I think that LSO should not be captaining. I think that he should be taking, more of a heavy hitter role for them, and I think that Blade should captain. But that's just my opinion.
We'll have to see how that opinion stands time, because we're running out of time in game 1 here.
Right.
Yeah, well, it's got to be a good game because it's currently in sudden death. So we're definitely going to see an end of the game contest situation.
So what was the map? What's the game type, man?
Raisin Barn.
So it's Raisin Barn light territories. So there's a bunch of flags. I will say that because it's kind of went the full time, I don't know how successful the strategy was for HOTS. They were definitely trying to create a huge battle in the southern portion of the map. So I think that they were hoping that it would be a little bit more decisive early in the game, but we'll just kind of see how it plays out.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's definitely sudden death right now, so this is going to be pretty exciting to see the film.
Yeah, we're up to 32 viewers now. Just a little bit of patience, guys. We're going to have some action for you here in a couple of minutes after this tightly contested game 1 finishes up. All right, looks like the first game is over. Clank, Paris, and Seeker are about to have some commentary for you as soon as Paris can download the film, and we'll just kind of review it on his stream. And Argos,
all right, you guys ready?
Freaking sending spoilers out in the lobby.
All right, I'm not gonna read the spoilers,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Don't be spoiling nothing, bro. But hopefully that's a good sign. It's some heavily contested action.
All right, I'm just not even going to look at the lobby anymore because Argos is an idiot. Okay.
It's okay.
So
let's see. Is he in this
right,
first
here we
game?
No.
No, he's in the lobby, so he just felt like kind of detailing what happened for everybody to look at.
So the starting teams here. You want to ring them off?
Yeah. So we got Hot Squad in the black, captained by Limp Bizquick. We got Mystery Men in the yellow, captained by LSO, Lord Scaryow. Paris, I'm going to guess that you can go ahead and fast forward through a decent amount of the PT till we can get to the trades and talk about them.
Yeah, there's not much pre-game chat going on. Everyone's all mic'd up.
Yeah, everybody's on voice chat, so you're not going to see a ton of text chat. Donsky said this one's for Clank. He's clearly talking some shit. So shout out to Donsky for that.
Could be a tribute.
Yeah. So black right off the bat, we can talk about their splits. They've got several warrior and fell packs. So those are the faster melee units on the map. This is a light map. Myth is split into traditionally light and dark maps depending on the unit set. And that just corresponds to the good guys versus the bad guys in the single player portion of the game. There are a couple of units like goals that are on light maps and dark maps relatively equally. They throw pieces of whites that stun the enemy, as you're going to see later in the game. But we have several war packs for the black team. It looks like Asmo, Shyster, possibly Eastwind, and Thalander have the warrior packs. It looks like Gecko has the archers. Not a whole lot of archers on this because there's a lot of houses in the middle that can obstruct bows. And who else? HMP also has some dwarfs and some Thrall. Thrall are the slowest melee units, but they're great for defending your artillery units, and they don't cost a lot of points. So basically each team has unit trading points at the beginning of the game, and it's up to the captain to determine how to spend those. And so some units cost more than others. The dwarves cost 6 points, for example, whereas archers cost 3 points apiece. So some of the most strategy in this game is really before the action even starts. You have to determine what units you want, who to divvy them up to, and that's a lot of the game. But anyways, sorry for
Hots is definitely maxing out the dwarves here too, man. Like, I can tell that this is the most dwarves you can get on the map. They're going for heavy artillery, and pretty much every one of their players on the team besides their captain has a dwarf right now. Very heavy on this gold pack, man. Should we head over to my team, see what they got?
Yep.
I see, like, percentage-wise, Hots has like a much more even percent here. Whereas a few MM players are like below 10%, and LSO taking like a fifth of the units so far. Let's see what we got. Very similar trade here. 2 less dwarves overall.
Yeah, they took a few
MM.
more archers.
Yeah. Looks like they're maxing out Pust as well. They got a handful of Thrall, maxing out the melee. Might be some less warriors on Hot side.
Yeah, they're gonna have a small gold pack as well. So pretty similar trade. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
Let's pump right in over here.
So these games are semi-live. We're reviewing the films as soon as they're played. So that will give us the ability to speed up the action as we need to, as Paris is doing right now. And we're also able to zoom out a lot more than the players in the game can. So if you ever see, a player that we're watching get really surprised by a sneak attack or something like that, just keep in mind that they can't see quite as much as we do. They do have that overhead that's in the top right, but you know, it's a lot easier to sneak up on players when they can't be super zoomed out like we currently are. So right off the bat, we're seeing a couple war packs. Actually, 4 war packs are just kind of chilling middle for HOTS, which, you know, I'm not sure that we were planning on having them able to see our warrior packs there. I thought we were going to try to conceal those a little bit more. So just right off the bat, that's a wrinkle that I see. And
yeah, it's not like that last match where you guys were really cloaking all your rushes and then implementing them right away, you know?
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm not sure that I like how far up the warrior packs went right there, but yellow's doing the same. They're showing. Actually, this is very similar strategy on both sides. The archers are kind of sent to that big open space south because the buildings won't obstruct them there, and so I think we're going to really see a face-off kind of on this killing field that Paris is looking at right now.
It looks like HOTS is pressing the issue mid. Like, they're trying to take over this entire open space.
Yeah. And again, I'm not even sure that that was really the plan here, but you know, the plan changes. You know, once you see what they're doing, you have to kind of adjust. So
oh yeah, 2 gold packs meeting up top between Limp and Karma. Looks like gonna have more in the north.
Flag lost.
And the archer battle is underway down in the south.
It looks like HOTS is sending one of the war packs north to meet that. So already HOTS is having to adjust to yellow rather than the other way around, and yellow has more archers, so I think that that's going to be a difficult matchup for Gecko in the south. But, you know, just to kind of let the viewers know, you know, I have a little bit of insight. The strategy here was to engage them south and then to back up and kind of make them think that they're winning south. And then basically to try to rush them hard after that. I think that the black war pack is showing a little bit too early that's what they want to do. So we'll just kind of see if that tips yellow off, if that's the plan. Oh, and look southwest. We might have a hidden war pack down there. I'm not sure. We talked about that.
Not so hidden anymore, but
yeah.
Maybe
so
at
there's
the
a
start
small
of the
war
game.
pack there. Yeah. So just I think that the biggest problem has been we didn't really hide what we were wanting to do as much as we.
It would have been different, but I feel like has enough talented players where they might have been expecting something like that to begin with, and
yeah,
they might have lost its edge. It looks
the
like
rush that we're talking about.
HOTS is moving in on the southern force.
So we actually have really good position, but we're rushing into 2 dwarfs, 3 dwarfs maybe even.
Yeah, dwarf.
So.
And Tiri's got the dwarf then.
Yeah, three yellow dwarfs. So
Blade's also lingering over here with one of his dwarves.
Good push right there. You like to see that. So
oh yeah, 2 dwarfs push right away.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but also some good anti-puss. I don't think that they're going to be able to kill this dwarf.
Tiri's going to keep his alive. Donski's is going to go down.
Flag lost.
Yeah, and you see
really
that
good defense right here.
Flag lost.
Yeah, but still yellow has 2 dwarfs left, so. And there's an exchange of dwarfs right there. And so yellow's down to 1 dwarf here that's basically going to have to try to stem this rush off. If you look to the right as well, it looks like somebody. Yeah, here's arsenic. So there were some hidden warrior packs behind that were kind of ready for this. So I think that just in the first game, I think that we've seen that yellow has kind of outstratted them. And
still very close. Percentage-wise, still very close.
Yeah, huge battle going on right now. We have probably at least 12 of the players in this game are involved in this fight right now. This is about as big as fights get in this game, you know, where they're not spread out across the flanks and whatnot.
Right.
So
Val's gonna get pussed there and blown to pieces, unfortunately.
Yeah, who's that just got blown to pieces?
Val did, yeah. Now, looks like Genghis had a nice little plus there.
Lost.
I think Genghis, yeah, he's getting a nice little plus there. Might also plus his own units too.
So I think only Blade and Spoon and ours have the dwarves left for whereas HOTS still probably have like maybe 6 dwarves left on the map.
Yeah, I saw that Shy had a dwarf. This one that I can see. Who else? Gecko as well. And you gotta use like charge down.
We totally
Flag
stopped focusing
captured.
on what was going on north.
I don't think much is going on north from what I can see from the minimap.
I just wonder where those gold packs
Flag
went.
lost.
Maybe let's check in. Alright,
So, yeah, one thing to
Flag
look at though is
lost.
that currently, just
5
looking at the
minutes
objective,
remaining.
Black has 10 flags to yellow 11 flags now, and that's actually huge because it gives you the tiebreaker at the end.
Yep.
If you're the team that tagged more flags recently. So
Yeah.
say if yellow was able to tag 12 flags right now and swing it, then they would
Flag
have the tiebreaker
captured.
at the end of the game. So
And MM really had to adjust to that rush where they pretty much brought all of their units into the south. So they've
Flag
lost a lot of
captured.
map control there.
Flag captured.
Putting
And it looks
Sauce
like we
in
have
his
a gold pack
defensive
lost.
position, you know?
gold pack
Flag
west for yellow
lost.
right now is what it looks like on the mini map. So there's a gold pack behind black right now. So that's that's already distracting forces. So
Yeah. Giving MM room to
think-
push out here, I think.
I imagine that Karma has that gold pack, so he's probably being really annoying for them right now.
Flag lost.
I will say that Gecko's done a really good job of keeping his archers alive so far. And he currently has the archer, well, it's tied now, so.
Yep, 4 versus 4.
And it is Terry, so the teams are really playing it passive at this
Flag
point after
captured.
that one initial push. We just have a lot of passive play, a lot of repositioning.
Yeah, I don't like the positioning for these two war packs
Flag
right here. I think that they can
captured.
get pinched. They're kind of bulging into a pocket here, and so they're going to try to pinch yellow right there, but I think they themselves might get pinched.
Yeah, they're
So,
like, they
flag
want to like
contested.
break through MM here, but MM is just kind of bending their units.
Flag captured.
Yeah,
It looks like they're going to be going on the south force now, though.
yeah. So they're pushing the South Force back, so that's working, but I do wonder if these
Flag
warrior packs can get
captured.
pinched by yellow.
Flag.
And we're kinda seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flag
So,
contested.
I think Shyster overextended just a little
Flag
bit,
contested.
and now we're going to see if he can back out of it in time.
It looks good for him to back out, but we'll see if there's any sort of like surprise force working.
Always surprises in Myth.
Flag lost. Flag lost.
It looks like he's managed to successfully retreat.
Oh, yeah.
See that,
But
yeah,
they've really
obviously,
pushed MM into this very small portion of the map right now.
Yep.
The only real free units for MM are Karma and LSO. Everything else is tied up down here.
And it looks like yellow's positioning taggers next to flags
Flag
and not
lost.
tagging, just to
Flag
be ready for the end of the
captured.
game so they can kind of surprise black.
Yeah, with 2 minutes remaining, I'm sure preparing for the end game is on everyone's mind. But, I mean, Haunts has controlled the map for a long time right now. But they might not have as much mobility as MM. I just have no idea where Limp's gold pack has gone.
Flag lost. Flag captured. Flag lost.
Looks like HMP is taking on Spoon and Blade at the same time here.
Man, it's a nice proposition.
And we're kind of seeing the importance of dwarfs here and the importance of elevation. So basically all the dwarf players, which there's several still, are trying to find small hills to throw.
1 minute
Myth
remaining.
is kind of renowned. If it has one claim to fame in its overall legacy in gaming, it would probably be its physics engine.
Contested.
And Bungie was kind
Flag
of renowned
contested.
For their physics engines. I'm sure everybody
Flag
remembers
lost.
Halo, the physics in Halo. All sorts
Flag
of crazy stuff
captured.
could happen because their physics engine
Flag
was so
lost.
good.
Flag
And
contested.
we're seeing a goal right here, try to get this puss off on a dwarf, and Paris clicks away right as
It's successful.
30 seconds.
No worries.
there we go. It's successful.
Looks like the dwarf
Flag
will go down.
contested.
It did
Flag
not dud.
captured.
According to
Flag
percentages.
lost.
Yeah. So,
Flag.
but
20
yeah,
seconds,
the physics
man.
engine is huge,
Flag captured.
and we're still tied in
Flag
percentages
captured.
basically. So we're seeing small battles for flags,
Flag contested.
and
It's
Scratch
really
Folio
flag
is
captured.
now following.
Flag lost. Flag contested.
Glad to see it, Scratch.
Oh,
Sudden death.
So many,
All right.
so many,
Contested.
the flag lead goes back and forth here.
Flag
yeah, so many
contested.
different dwarf battles right now.
Flag
It's really
contested.
remarkable. I wonder if the
Flag
teams kind of wish that they were.
Flag
I
Nice
kind
throw
of
by Blake.
wonder if the teams wish that they had more archers now, and so Black just
Flag
lost a dwarf
contested.
in a dwarf battle.
At
the
this point
archers
in the
are
game,
fighting
you
each
don't want
other.
your archers. You just want the melee. You want to be able to get your tags. You want those dwarves
Flag
holding
lost.
those flags, I feel.
Flag contested.
Yeah, I just think the archers might help kill these dwarves a little bit, but at the same time they're not good taggers. So,
Flag contested.
all right, there's so many one-on-one dwarf battles right now. That's pretty hilarious.
Right.
You
Right
got
now,
HMP and Blade. You got Gecko pushing over here against ours. Along with
Flag
Eastwind.
lost.
See, the Mystery Men have no
Flag captured.
artillery left in this southern area.
Flag contested.
nope, this
Yeah,
one-
so
Flag contested.
and so you're seeing them push right
Flag
now because
captured.
Yellow does not have any more
Flag
dwarves.
contested.
They've also got this force pretty
Flag
thin,
captured.
but Black is using a
Flag
lot of resources on
contested.
that one flag.
Flag
So I
contested.
think you might see Yellow out tag them.
Yeah, right now they definitely are out tagging. There's quite a number of flags that are contested. It's just tough to tell which because one of the teams is yellow. Let
And
me
you see
switch
that
this.
Yellow has
Right.
something on Black's side of the map, the
Flag
southwest corner
contested.
and in the west portion of the
Flag
map. So Yellow
lost.
is going to be tagging
Flag
some of those west
contested.
flags, and I don't even know that Black has any
Flag
defenders
captured.
on them. So
Flag contested. Flag lost. Flag captured.
Still at least
I
like
mean-
3 or 4 flags contested at all times here in the
Right,
sudden death.
Right. I mean, my team, shout out to them. Right now, they got some good map control in the end game, and we'll see if that makes a difference. We have 3 flags still contested though.
yeah, and so that Spoon's goal right there can really contest as long as it needs to. So
Or they can
Yep.
just
They could even
contest it
snake
right
the
now.
flag at that point.
Yeah.
Flag
yeah,
lost.
Yellow kind of has the advantage both in flags and in they kind of
Yellow-
control whether or not they
Flag
contest.
lost.
And so that goal just ran that thrall off that flag.
Yep.
Game over.
Looks pretty good for
Ooh.
Yellow right now. Yeah. No flags are contested.
How
Wow.
about that? It ends in a close 8-7 finish, and for the older viewers, we don't use MWC scoring points anymore. We just do it by win, loss, and tie. And this counts as a win for the Mystery Men, a loss for the Sauce, but you can't say that this isn't practically a tie. Very close game. Very, very close. Looks like Shyster is going to get the lead damage for the Sauce Squad, and Donsky getting the lead damage for the Mystery Men. Karma really effective with the gold pack here. Projected 12 kills with that gold pack. Limp only able to manage 2 kills with his. I mean, arguably he was probably going after Limp's gold pack from the get-go, and that might be where the numbers difference comes in.
All right, do we have a film for game 2 yet, or
Let me go check.
I'm not
what's
sure.
the second map?
Looks like it's at 1 minute left. It's going to be Desert Ruins with Ulrich and whatever R is.
I'm kind of surprised to see Mystery Men out damage Hot Sauce here when they have less percentage remaining at the end of the game. And also have more losses. So there might have been some like suicided units here by the Sauce.
Yeah, I saw several times at the Sauce, Buster on units as well. And that might have been Probably some Duff's, toss some Eric bottles.
So is this for real? Game 2 still has 16 minutes left in it? Did they rehost or something?
No, it's at 1 minute left. It's almost done.
Oh, it's showing up as 16 minutes for me.
Alright,
okay.
it's finished. So let's go see if it's up on Data Storms. Okay, it's up on Data Storms. It's up on Data Storms right now.
Roger that. Interesting so far. So the challenging team, the challengers, they start with that 1-0 lead in the series.
Yeah, just to recap for everybody watching, you know, the yellow team could jump out to a 4-0 lead in the best of 7, and they still have to play in sudden death. That's the advantage that the top bracket finalist Hot Squad gets. So, yeah, and it looks like in the best of 7, we're referring to Hot Squad as name changers. So I don't know if they'll change that that scoreboard there or not, but. I think it is an upset if Mystery Men win. Silic. I think
I would agree
that is an upset.
Because Hots has won both of the initial encounters between the teams, and while Mystery Men has played well in those matches, they just came up short of the finish line both times, and arguably one could say that the Hot Sauce finished those matches earlier than actually drawing them all the way out. I think they ended at like 3-0 and 3-1 respectively. But the games continued to be played out and ended up 3-2 at the end of the day. But definitely an upset if Mystery Men win. So far we already got an upset, so to speak. Albeit, I mean, the territories, it came down to a coin flip, guys.
Yeah, and part of me, I don't know. You hate to see that just, you know, go down as a 1-0 victory. I do kind of miss the scoring aspect to some degree, but at the same time, you know, if your team wins 4 out of 7 games and you lose on points, I mean, I understand, you know, being royally pissed off about that. So. All right,
I'm
Paris,
just
you got that
hooking
film?
up the score onto the stream real quick.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I got the film ready to go. So for people tuning in who aren't too familiar with the game these days, you can now download the films and it'll launch Myth 2 automatically for you, boot right into it. You can check out all these films at gateofstorms.net. Why can't I get this text to show up, bro?
Technical difficulties. All right, one of them just, I saw something change up there on the top left.
Yeah, there we go. All right, on to game 2. Is that loading? Yep, looks good. Alrighty, so this second game is known is on a map known as Desert Ruins. Teams are playing Flag Rally. So the game ends if one team is able to tag each of all the flags on the map. The teams get ranked by the number of flags visited and the last time that they visited them. Let's see.
So
any changes in the teams here? Yeah, it looks like Spoon has been subbed out for Argos for MM, and Sauce remains the same.
Yeah, you're not going to see any subs for Hots unless the match is in hand. I mean, maybe Homer, but
it's very interesting about that too, right? Where MM is interested in subbing players in and out, whereas Sauce is like, nope, we're going for the throat here. This is the squad we want in the finals. Two very different approaches by the teams.
Yeah, there's been some controversy about it too, because I guess LSO made some comments in Discord, and I think a few other like
Game on.
my team players, sort of like as a joke about how they're subbing players in, but Hot Sauce with poor Garrick and Clank pretty much been benched.
And Homer.
Yeah, and Homer. Shout out to Homer. I'm sorry for forgetting you, man.
Arguably, the teams are loaded to the brim though, so I mean, it's tough to shuffle players in and out. Looking at the strategies here, looks like the Mystery Men are gonna split up each tro individually, have 3 large soulless packs, and they've got at least 5 artillery here. Whereas Hots, they've got only 4 artillery. They've got far less soulless, only 1 player on soulless, and for Tro, they've split it up 2 to 1. Now this flag rally is really the first team to get 5 flags is going to be in the lead, and they're able to be defensive at that point if they want to, as the other team is not only going to have to tag a 5th flag, but a 6th as well.
Yeah, frequently with flag rally, you'll have each team kind of pick a flag as a home flag that they use. And if they get victory imminent, which is all the flags except for 1, they'll typically just turtle up at their final flag, and the other team has to try to take it from them. So it almost turns into capture the flag at the end of the game if both teams have all flags but 1. Because 1 has the advantage. So
it looks like Sauce was cloaking one of their tro for a little bit there, but Eastwind has now made his way to the stage. Hots with the flag disadvantage, they're gonna need to find somewhere to push. And it looks like the Tro are looking to push mid, but I'm sure these Solus are gonna have them change their mind about that. They're gonna need a few reinforcements here.
Yellow has a big Solus advantage, so I can already see that we're gonna have problems mid.
Lots of melee for Hots.
Flag captured.
And it looks like Yellow's gonna see that white, so they're gonna know that there's a white in the water there.
Flag captured.
And it looks like Yellow has all their artillery mid.
The Shies are slipping through the south here. Thierry's going to have to go and adjust to that. And looks like the majority of the players are actually adjusting to the southeastern part of the map here. Hots are going to tag.
Is really forcing the issue right now.
Oh yeah, they're all about pushing the south and the mid here.
Now, the thing is, these Mercuridia packs that Black has in the backfield already may result in them getting victory imminent first, but the thing is, Black never tagged middle that I know of, did they?
Some AFK units going down there. Yeah, mid is still a defensive point for Mystery Men. So, I mean, maybe it's not that they're pushing so much, but also that they need to really control that mid area. There's no reason to really give it up for free at this point, giving Sauce the flag lead.
And it seems like they're D'ing it up right now with the Souls and the more lock on there.
Alright, we're looking at a possible Trow battle here.
It's looking like it.
This favors Yellow, though, because those Solus there are going to take down the Black Trow health. Looks like Black is probably going to get that flag as well. I think that they have more Mercuridia there, but there's something else from Yellow going to that west flag right now.
Yeah.
Oh, a Mort.
LSO's going to walk off to keep his Mort safe, and Sauce is going to take the lead there. It seems like that was a little bit more of a mistake, to be honest.
Yeah, I think that they could have contested with the Mort coming, but...
Oh, but hey, look at that, man. Mighty Men, or what are they called?
Mystery Men?
Yeah, Mystery Men. They pick up 2 flags just after that, very quickly, and retake that flag lead, man. Interesting.
You're gonna see. Yellow might get victory imminent first.
Interesting.
It's definitely a race for as such, because Mystery Man able to defend the southwest, the south, and the middle flag at the moment.
Yellow showing much better strategies than they did.
We got one of the Tros stuck on the skulls over here. Karma's engaging this fight, using the Mercuridia to his advantage, taking down some Tro health. And honestly, he'd probably be able to take this. He's going right in for the mauls.
And we're going to see a good block on that.
Flag.
We got a victory imminent.
Flag.
By the Mystery Men.
Victory imminent.
It's right now one. They're missing flag 1 and flag 8, so it's not quite yet. But now
no, they got that was flag 1 right there.
Got it.
So that's huge.
That must be delay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Spoiler alert. It looks like LSO's mortar is going to get run down in the backfield as Sauce takes flag number 5.
Yeah. So currently a small percentage advantage for black. That's about the only thing that they have going for them. But yellow is going to be able to defend either the middle flag or wherever flag 9 is.
Yeah.
They might just want to get off flag number 4 right now because
they're going to try to consolidate their forces.
This. Oh, ours comes out on top there with some magic.
Block shot.
But his Warlock will finally go down. Shy taking care of business. And it looks like
Good job, Shy.
Mystery Men, they need the flag in the north, albeit if the game ended right now, they would be the winner.
Let's focus on this Trow battle because it looks like somebody's getting trapped.
Yeah, it looks like MM's in the corner.
Now it looks Karma's going to force those Tro to now go just to the north. And Tiri would actually win this engagement if Eastwind got into it with him.
Yeah, but there's a lock right there that's complicating matters for Tiri. Tiri's trying not to get trapped. I think if this Mort goes to try to trap Tiri, that would be the smart play, but I don't think he sees it.
Well, the Mercuridia are super fast here. The disadvantage Sauce would have here is the fact that they only have mauls. Mystery Men are going to be able to just run away here from all this artillery. But we'll have to see. It looks like Tiri wants some ratios. He changes his mind at the last second.
I don't think he's going to be able to kick anything there.
Yeah, so that one Mystery Man Trow going away that's controlled by Karma looks really weak, so that might be a factor later on.
So currently, there's still a ton of Soulless for yellow, so that might help them with defending the last flag middle.
I just feel like a lot of the MM units up north can, especially after taking out 4 Mercuridia here, they can just adjust to go and push mid.
So the percentage advantage is getting worse and worse in favor of Hot. So, and there's still a ton of time left, and a lot of yellow's percentage is kind of tied up in these Soulless. So I don't think that there's any. Yeah, I don't think that there's any viable way for them to defend this last flag. I think that there's too much artillery and yellow just saw that white.
Right.
So there's just too much melee. I think that they're just going to be able to rush with mauls and drive them off that last flag. Now, what flag does yellow still need? Is there any way that they can take Hot Squad's last flag?
Let's go look at 8.
Not at this point, because I feel like they've lost a lot of percentage. They're at this percentage disadvantage. They have far less melee right now. And up on that north flag, you have like 8 mauls and a mortar dwarf. Very tough to just knock over.
Can you show us 8 real quick? Just to see which flag 8 is.
It's defended by a white as well.
Okay, that's flag 8. So that's the flag that yellow needs to take if they want to win the game outright. And they currently don't have any units in position to take that, although a couple of yellow units are going up north now. I do see some yellow units there. Not sure what's running at flag 8 right there, but could be some Trow.
Yeah, it looks like Tiri's Trow.
Yeah, and he's not going to be able to take that, so.
Sauce, they're positioning well here. They're getting ready for this endgame push, and they're going to be All over MM.
We're
That's
about
for
to see a
sure.
massive rush, unless a miracle happens.
Well, that's the thing is they have like 5 minutes left, so it's more like gonna be a very slow dissection of the remaining MM units until they
5
finally
minutes
get to mid.
remaining.
There's no need for a rush until at least 30 seconds left.
Well,
You know?
yeah, I mean, but I just don't know that that Black is going to want to leave it up to an artillery battle. You know, because if artillery swings one way or the other, you know, I don't think that favors. So I'm not sure. Maybe they will wait until 30 seconds left. It's just, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, I'd like to see them get this white into position as well.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Oh. Blade doing some mind sweeping over here, but unsuccessful.
Yeah, he knows it's there.
Right.
But yeah, this is going to be an exciting finish, you know, because there's such a percentage disadvantage for Yellow. This is almost like Custer's last stand, and they don't have the melee to really do it. So
Right.
Now they have half as many Mercuridia. They have no mauls whatsoever.
yeah, Black's in a great position right now, even though they're at a disadvantage. And you see those Solus have nowhere to go.
They're about to get whacked.
They can't get on the North Water because they know that there's a white in there. So whites are the explosive, creepy looking guys that just explode in a blast that's very damaging. So they're getting on the South Water because they know that that's safe.
Right, and Black's souls are about to take them out.
And we're gonna see a soul battle right there.
It looks like Mr. Yellow's going to lose tight over here.
Yep.
So
like
Yellow knows that they're in a very bad position, so I think they're going to try to make a play. But I don't think that this is going to go in their favor.
They can still arguably defend their west, right? There's a very low health Tro. They still have like 3-4 artillery on the flag.
Yeah. I think Yellow sees the writing on the wall, and they're going to try to make a saving play here. But I just don't think it's going to be possible. And you see Genghis is the only one talking because everybody else is on voice.
I mean, I'm sure he has a mic. He's just not using it for reasons.
Yeah, you got to think that he has a nice high soprano that he's trying to hide. All right, that Mort shot's going to take out a Solus or not.
Oh.
And
like
Black is
Shaquanda
forcing the issue.
pushing in. Mystery men running out of room on this mid.
Yeah, they're closing the noose.
Have about 2 minutes remaining here. Arsenic and Blade. No units left, really. I'm surprised they're not being distributed any more units.
That was a good Mort shot on those Solus by Yellow.
Yeah, there's really not that much to distribute here.
That lock shot could do some damage. Oh, just narrowly didn't.
A lot of this artillery just used.
So
all their
basically,
shots didn't deal much damage.
Yeah, Black is trying to get the Warlock's mana down so that they don't have any of that left. Yellow doing a relatively good job of keeping mana in reserve so that they can still fire off some shots at the artillery or at the melee as it tries to rush.
Looks like Eastwind's Tro gonna take some damage here.
Yeah, and I think if you're
White
Eastwind, you
will
kind
go
of
down. Unfortunate. But another one is on its way.
Oh, they have another white in?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Right there.
So I think
1 minute remaining.
Failure to
Black
block
should-
for MM is gonna.
Whoa! What a
Yeah.
lock shot. Oh my
Lots of
God.
action going on.
Oh no.
Who did
no.
that lock shot? That was amazing.
That was done by Thal. Taking out
Good job, Thal.
the Warlock. White will go down as well. Mystery men holding on tight here. They've actually been able to deal quite a bit of damage, but it looks like they're just going to get pushed
the
off.
last flag is going to go.
Overwhelmed by melee.
30 seconds remaining.
They're doing a good job of contesting, though, and the Trower's still alive for Yellow.
Right.
Wow. What
Some great play here. I can't believe they're still holding on. Looks like that will be it.
Flag captured.
Flag captured.
Karma's Tro is
So-
just kind of like Tro walking.
That was a super valiant defense, though. You got to give Yellow credit.
Oh yeah, man. And so, I mean, MVP's here for most damage. Look at these stats by Thal. 81 damage. He does.
Yeah, he had
Love
that
to see
block.
it. You love to see it.
He just really cleaned things up on this mid flag here. Only taking one loss throughout the game. That's woo.
I mean, Thal is often the forgotten player, but you know, it's good to give him credit when you can.
Yeah. And then for Mystery Men, Karma with the damage here. A nice
It looks like game
67.
3 is done. Game 3
Excellent.
is done, so we can go straight into
Game over.
So this ties up. I mean, Sauce, they basically had to get in a position to be able to push that final flag there, being down in the victory imminent. They do just that, and they overcome the defense. So this is all tied up now, 1-1.
Right.
All right.
I feel like game
I'll be
3
right
is
back. I'm
actually
gonna switch
really...
over to Hots for a second.
Yeah, go check in on your bros. I feel like game 3 is actually really important.
Right.
No matter the
Right.
match, it's always like a swing match, because I feel like a lot of the times, you know, if the first two games are just tied up,
Right.
arguably like this next win for your team could set the tone for the remaining games in that match. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I definitely know from experience from my matches with your team as well. Like game 3 was definitely pivotal, and was definitely like part of the area where we felt like, you know, the dam started to break a little bit.
Yeah, and it's like, I mean, at this point, if you have lost the first 2 games, like, it could be your last chance to hold your ground and hold on to the match. So, you know, game 3 coming
Exactly.
next. Probably,
Exciting stuff.
yeah, we'll take like a minute interlude here and get ready to hop right back into it. I'd like to
Any
wait
viewer
for Clank.
questions
I
for
don't know
us?
how long he'll be gone.
I'm back. I'm back.
Oh, there we go.
All right. Nice, nice. Okay. No viewer cues from what I can see here. Just a lot of, you know, congratulating Thal, which is cool.
Oh yeah,
Homer
man.
is
You did great there.
Homer is lamenting our benching in the lobby.
I mean,
I
it's
feel
his
your pain,
birthday,
bro.
man. It's his birthday. He should be in there for at least one game.
Well, we just gotta hope that Hot Sauce keeps winning. Maybe we can get some fucking game time in.
Oh man. Yeah.
All right,
All right.
let's fire it up, Coach.
Yep. 34 viewers now. Nice.
All right, just
Cool.
to recap for
Glad
our new
everyone's
viewers,
checking it out.
we're going through the Myth World Cup Finals game by game right after it happens.
King of the
Unfortunately,
map.
Myth is an old game. You know, the maximum number of players in a game is 16, so we can't really do it super live like we would like to, but we're bringing it to you with about a 10-minute delay and going through the finals match by match here, game by game.
So we're on to Leagues of Somewhere Light. King of the map.
And I'll just say, you know, before we watch the action, I don't think that there's any way that Yellow can match the strategy that Hot Squad has for this
Oh
map.
man. Oh man. That's some
I think that they're going to get outstratted, and I don't think that there's going to be any way that they can really adjust to the strategy that Hot Squad is going to be doing.
I
Alright,
think
we
you've
gotta-
been
we gotta check it out,
spoiled.
man.
I think you've
I
been
have not been
spoiled.
spoiled. I
Hanging out in
jumped
your
into
team
the team
chat.
and it was super quiet. It was super quiet.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right,
I do
we'll
not know
see.
for a
Alright.
fact who won.
That sounds like Sauce is focused on. Strat-wise, you'll see large number of Thrall for Hots.
Game
Not
on.
so many Thrall for the Mystery Men. Mystery Men opting for 4 Dwarves, only 1 for Hots. Maxing out the
Yeah.
bows, the Zerks.
Yeah.
Looks like they won't max out the Warriors, but the Mystery Men will. Both teams are going to max out goals. It's King of the Map, so returning players probably aren't familiar with this game type. It's basically King of the Hill, based on every single Terry's flag on the map. So the team who owns the most flags for the longest of time is going to win, rather than the most flags at the very end of the game.
Yeah, so this is a marriage of King of the Hill and territories, and each team gets cumulative time for each flag that they have. So say you're down 2 minutes, but there's you're down 2 minutes in King of the Map time, and there's only 45 seconds left in the game, but you control 12 out of the 13 territory or King of the Map flags on the map, then you're going to accrue time quickly enough to where you actually overtake the other team in time and you win the game. So it makes for some exciting finishes, and it also, unlike territories, you really have to worry about having flags at all times. So you can't really ignore the flags and just go for the body count aspect.
And so we'll see. Hot starts with a 3-prong, which is going to help them cover more of the map early, whereas Mystery Men really overloading in the south, sending some units mid, but really not anything up north. A lot of these units are now isolated between Gecko and Eastwind. And Mystery Men going to push the issue in the south here. Hot's able to back up due to the mobility of their melee units. And just checking at the time, looks like a minute 10-second lead by my team at this moment.
So yellow has a huge south flank, and black has a big but slow north flank.
I mean, so far the undefeated strategy seems to be losing to my team's collaboration.
Yeah, but I think that you're going to see that those southern melee packs are very mobile, and so I think we're going to definitely see some ebb and flow here. Mystery Men, they don't have really much of anything north, so they're going to kind of lose control of that side of the map after these Thrall get going.
They had early flag advantage, but now they've lost it. Sauce with 8 flags to Mystery Men 6.
And really, Shy needs to be careful that he doesn't get trapped here.
He could, but at the same time, if Arsenic makes a move, Asmodean will move in and look to trap Arsenic.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to push. But there is a dwarf there, so I don't think that they're going to be able to rush that.
Karma doing his best to contest these flags here. I'm surprised he doesn't go around and try to break into their back flags now, as Mystery Men South continue to push. It looks like their rear has been breached, no pun intended, but it looks like Eastwind's Scout Goal getting a little extra time there is going to go down. Flags are all tied up here. Time-wise, my team up a little bit. I'm going to push it forward on the game speed to double. Mystery Men pushing along the south. Looks like Hot's looking to reposition. Try to contain this southern force.
Looks like Eastwind and Asmo are going to face south. I think we're going to see a big fight south in just a second.
Oh yeah. Donsky's gonna get the brunt of the pus to begin with. And here comes Hot Squad.
Alright, are we back to regular game speed now?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're pussing the hell out of Donsky, man.
Yep, and they just pussed the dwarf. So
Asmo's bringing down that dwarf.
The plan was to get them to push south and then to just slut rush, basically. Oh, yeah, big puss.
Ours is gonna get pussed and then puss all of Donsky's Thrall, unfortunately. Lots of plunders for MM in the south here. Meanwhile, Hot's pushing all across this north.
Yep.
A little bit of a wasted puss there by Asmo. He could have hit a huge clump of warriors.
Yeah.
We're seeing lots of action here. A little bit of a... It's difficult to say who won that, but Yellow still has a ton of warriors left.
Right.
Yeah, but I feel like the Zergs are far more important on the map, and It looks like for
Flag
Hot Squad,
lost.
most of these Zerks are still green.
Yeah. Let's zoom out a little bit too, if you don't mind.
Flag
So
captured.
in the south, Arzenic looks to make some
Flag
moves
captured.
on the southwest flag.
Flag contested.
Blade tagging along,
Flag lost.
attempting to puss this Zerk with small
Flag
puss, but it
contested.
goes wrong. He pusses one of his own goals and the Zerk gets away.
He's now
Flag
flipped as well.
captured.
You know, Hot Sauce has the advantage.
Yeah.
PK matched up with last game's MVP Thal. PK with a lot of
Flag
units here, man. They
lost.
should distribute these dwarves about.
Flag contested.
I feel.
Flag lost.
Well, you're seeing
Flag
right now Black
captured.
has the better map position
Flag
overall.
contested.
So they're getting a little bit more
Flag
time.
captured.
Yeah, they've taken the time lead.
Flag contested. Flag contested. Flag contested. Flag contested.
Looks like ours is slowly
Flag lost.
dissecting the Malay here.
5 minutes remaining.
But I don't know. I'm gonna put it on auto camera and just jump around
Flag
here.
lost.
Nice cuts of that one more.
Flag lost.
Genghis going down on
Flag
Spoon.
contested. Flag captured.
Mm-hmm.
Flag contested.
Waz is retreating from the
Flag
superior force,
lost.
but he's got no help, so
Flag
he's got a
contested.
little help.
We got another Malay going down here. Arzenic
Flag
going to clean up
contested.
Shyster.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
But he's
Big
gonna
swing
have
there.
to hightail it out of here as Eastwind and HMP coming in with artillery
contested.
reinforcements.
Looks like we have a gold pack coming to support.
Flag captured.
Yeah, but I mean, is it worth attempting to just contest one flag
10%
here?
advantage now.
Yeah,
It's,
a 5 flag advantage as well.
Contested.
Well, a 5 flag disadvantage, I should say, though.
Yep.
Flag
Yep.
captured.
I mean, that could flip in a
Flag
hurry. Given how many
lost.
flags are on this map.
Yeah, if you're Black, you want to see these percentages get a little
Flag
bit evened out.
contested.
And if you're MM, you want to spread out. Like Karma, he only had 0% not too long ago. He's getting some units now, which is good. They gotta spread out. They gotta get control of that map. They've just had successful body count on, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Now, a big factor here, Black
Flag
still has all their
captured.
goals alive pretty much. So that's going to be huge for end of game.
Flag
Yeah, it's
lost.
quite the opposite of Raisin
Flag
Barn.
captured.
And they have a
I'd-
10-minute lead, man, with 3 minutes remaining.
Flag lost.
Yeah,
I
and they
mean-
have all these goals that
Flag
can contest.
lost.
And,
My team needs to clean up fast.
Flag
yeah, I think that
captured.
you might see them split up these
Flag
goals
contested.
here in a
Flag
second to go
captured.
get tags and stuff.
Flag contested.
You know, this is one of those classic situations in Myth where one team has a 10% unit advantage, but they don't have great map position, and they're really
Flag
behind
lost.
in time. So it's going to take a lot for them to
Flag
swing that
contested.
big of a time differential.
Flag
But
contested.
as I can attest to, it's doable.
Flag
Can't lose this
captured.
position.
Yeah,
Flag
yeah.
lost.
But that was a dark
Flag
map,
captured.
so there were a lot of
Yeah.
there were a lot of
Flag
fast
contested.
Mercuria that could go around and
Flag
tag.
captured. Flag contested.
Objectively,
captured. Flag
Mystery Men
contested.
are suffering,
Flag
but I
lost.
think like this trade
Flag
where
lost.
Hots had so many
Flag
thrall,
lost.
which
That's
are only
nice fast.
one
Flag
unit trading
contested.
value, really allowed them to spread out and control so much of the
Flag
flag. Where
captured.
Mystery Men really need some type
Flag
of artillery
lost.
to deal with that much
Flag
Malay, I
captured.
think.
Right. And Gecko
And the
just
percent-
stays down.
And
The
it's still
percentage
like,
advantage gets more pronounced now, but
yeah, but
it's
you
still
don't
a
see the
ton of
time
time.
advantage at all change. You know, they have to totally
Yeah.
take these flags away from Hots, and they just
Flag
have too many
captured.
units left to kill.
Right. And time is not on their side anymore.
Flag
I mean,
contested.
Mystery Men will totally run over that mid, but
yeah, I am a little surprised
Flag
to see that
lost.
yellow is out
Flag
BC
captured.
Black.
Flag contested.
well, Black got so much thrall. I
Flag
think it
contested.
gets accounted for at the
Flag
beginning.
contested.
Right.
But I feel like after all the mistakes that were made early on by
Flag
Mystery Men,
contested.
I don't know. I do kind of see your point
Flag
there.
captured.
The time is tightening a little bit, but
Yeah.
it's going to be a lot to overcome.
Flag lost.
They just had 10 flags for Mystery
Flag
Men.
contested.
Oh, we got a
It's
minute
almost
left
all out.
here. Mystery Men need every flag
Flag
possible.
contested.
I mean, honestly, they need to stop the clock, though, for Sauce. even more than getting
captured.
time themselves.
Right.
Minute left with
1
10
minute
flags, you'll get another
remaining.
10 minutes.
Flag contested.
Get another 5 minutes, but I think Sauce would still win at that
Flag
point.
lost.
They're back to 6,
Flag
back to 7.
lost.
And Gecko
Flag
just said suicide
contested.
for time, so they're going to try
Flag
everything
captured.
they can to get some time here, but
Flag
it's really
contested.
tightening it up.
Oh yeah, just a 2-3 minute difference now.
Ooh, man, this is a little nerve-wracking, but I think it's still too much time.
30 seconds remaining.
I agree at this point.
Flag contested.
30 seconds left, and Hot still has 6 flags.
Yeah.
Now they got 7.
Yeah.
Hot's holding on strong here,
Flag
defensively.
captured.
Yeah, this is going to be too much to overcome.
Flag contested.
And they brought back percentages
Flag
quite a bit there.
contested.
Right.
Looks
10
like the good
seconds
guys are gonna
remaining.
win.
Down 2
Flag
minutes.
contested.
Looks like Sauce walks away with this one, guys.
Very good
Genghis.
game, though.
Over.
Genghis saying it best. Holy shit, LOL, these games. It's a great way to put it there.
Right.
Stats-wise, Eastwind with the high damage on Hot Squad, Arzenic with the high damage on Mystery Men. You guys want to digest this? Or what's the status on Game 3, or what should we get into here?
Okay, so my question right now to Plank is that, did this go as planned?
So they didn't, Yellow's done a good job of not playing into
I'd think so.
what we want to do, and so the plan there, I believe, was to try to bait one of the flanks into engaging and then rushing it after it, kind of overextended. And we saw that south to some degree, but Yellow's just been doing a really good job of kind of getting themselves out of those sticky situations. And they've been playing great, to be honest. They're out killing Hot Squad so far, which has been a surprise.
Right.
So, and that's making it for a really exciting series of games so far. So, definitely kudos to Mystery Men.
I mean, I'd say the MVP there is probably Limb's captaining, making sure that you guys went out and got all those flags early on. And probably even like the face of, losing all your losing units and having that percentage, gap, just keeping the team focused, on track to continue winning the game. Like, that's always like a big deal. Because you might have somebody who's panicking and does something, kind of silly.
All right. Looks like, am I reading this correctly? There's 9 minutes left on the next game before we can watch it, or did they get a game in while we were doing that?
Let's refresh Gate of Storms. No, there is a significant amount of time left for the next game.
Yeah. So we might, or at least I might, take a little intermission. Hopefully we don't lose any viewers, but we're gonna have about 5 to 10 minutes before we can bring you some action. So go ahead and grab a beer or a Kool-Aid, whatever your vice is, and I'll be right back, folks. Feel free to keep commentating though.
All right. Do we have anybody here on the commentator channel who wants to speak up now? I mean, there's just Khan, and he seems to be muted, so I guess he's got nothing to say right now.
At least, I don't know.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about these games, Paris, compared to like the past few years? Paris, you there? All right. So rather than drone on by myself, I'd say let's take like a little break until like Plank comes back, and we'll dive into like some sort of I guess commentary on how the match has gone so far.
I have returned.
Oh, okay. Paris has returned. Nice.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I needed to get some coffee.
Yeah. All right. So Benji wants us to ask the chat questions. So let's see. All right. Cool. So questions for the chat. No, I'm not gonna ask what's your favorite unit. That's a basic question, and I don't want to hear people talking about how they like bird giants.
Yo, Forest Giants are the best.
Yeah, Forest Giants are definitely the best. All right. Retless says the Baron is his favorite unit. But okay, let's dive into something else. What's your favorite map? Anybody? All right, people still want to talk about the units. Okay, so Benji's asked the question of how did these teams match up? I'd say right now the teams match up fairly evenly. We saw right here with the. Oh, okay. So we do have the map. So we do have a questions answered from the map, but we'll go back to that a little later. Yeah. So I'd say the teams match up pretty evenly right now.
Yeah.
I'd say right now the BC Edge has gone clearly to Mystery Men, but Hot Sauce has come prepared. There was some concern with the fact that they have not been preparing as much for this match as they were for previous matches. That they might come out like a little, unprepared. They might have some bad strategies, but we haven't seen that at all. Like their strategies so far have been on point. They've been really great, and nobody's really, for lack of a better word, had an edge on them strat-wise. What has been surprising for me personally is, I guess I didn't really expect Mystery Men to be out BCing them, and as much as they have, and that's been like a bit of a shock for me because Mystery Men is also like Hot's more of like a balanced team. I always kind of figured that the team who won the game in these in this match was also going to have like the BC ratios. It didn't strike me as a situation where we'd have a team which is really, really strong in DC but doesn't play the game type. Since both of these teams are good about playing the game type and also BCing at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the BC advantage comes as a surprise because I know that it was pretty much heavily related to the strategies that Limp is doing compared to the strategies that LSO is doing, where LSO isn't picking like a bunch of Thrall in that last map, and Limp does, so he knows that like if they get into a BC fight, they might not have the best chance of winning, but they could be on 5 or 6 other parts of the map winning the objective, because each game just comes down to win or loss. Sometimes there's a tie, but most importantly you have to play for the objective. And I think it's really perhaps failures in trade strategy that then led to those differences in BC, because I mean, before we were saying that MM is having a BC advantage, we're very much telling Retless and the rest of the chat that these teams are very even when it comes down to it. Albeit, some of these Finnish players are pretty much gods compared to all of NA myth. That's for sure.
Yes. Yeah, they've had a longevity. They've pretty much lasted through all the eras, and they've always been like high level players throughout each of them. But we're the here and now, and
man,
players have caught up.
Yeah, it took a while. I mean, they did have the advantage in the early years between Civil Order, but then you have the Northern Paladins taking over. You have it shifting back to NA. Then all of a sudden you got all the Dutch guys and the Norwegians and BME winning. Back to Euros for a bit.
Right.
And
then
NA
back to North
has
America.
Yeah, and now. Now people are like, all right, we're not so racist anymore. We'll just play on whatever with whoever.
Exactly. We no longer have like specific teams anymore.
All right, looks like we're ready to go to game 4.
All right, nice.
Roger that. So, game number 4. Onto territories going to town. Wait, Seeker, did you want to hit off all the shoutouts to the myth maps real quick that people suggested?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so the myth maps that people suggested were we got some GFGGs, which are obviously jokes, and we got some FE myth from Zach trying to plug his own plugin. I think the only person that actually likes FE myth is Verb, so There you go. There's your one. There's your one. Follower right there. And we have King Killa with World War II. Wait, is Anyman on this chat right now? That'd be pretty dope if he's on the stream. That guy's awesome.
So, just to give a little bit of insight, a lot of Hot Squad's strategy on this map is going to concern controlling that southern river crossing from middle that goes to the southeast of the map. So that's where a lot of the action is going to be this game. And if if the yellow team can control that river crossing, they're really going to throw black strategy for a loop.
Okay, the headphones are back on. What map is this we got here? Going to town? The FG variant and its territories. So, territories probably expect some passive play from the teams here. As we saw in that first territories game, but I mean, maybe they try to take it differently. I just think the best way to play territories in general is just passive, match your opponents, get into that awesome sudden death at the end, and let the flags and the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, if you want to show the viewers the middle of this map, the quirk of this map is that there's a village in the middle, and there's buildings, and the mortar dwarfs can actually fire over a lot of those buildings. And there's ways to fire over the barns too, if you know how to do it. You have to control-click on a house behind the barn, and the mort will actually fire over the barns as well. So it'll be interesting to see if either team can take advantage of that little quirk of the map.
I agree. I'd be surprised if we see a lot of combat there, only because it's so many close quarters. And I don't know, I would get claustrophobic.
Well, a lot of the action on this is going to happen in that southeast corner, at least if everything goes to plan.
Yeah, okay. We'll have to be checking that out. Before we start this game, we'll look at the trades real quick. They are very, very similar. However, some small, subtle differences in the fact that Hot Sauce is going to get at least one more artillery, as well as more Thrall Elite. Whereas, it almost looks like they have more goals as well. That means you got Mystery Men really maxing out their Zerks here. Looks like about 20 Zerks for Hot Squad, but maybe about 30 for Mystery Men. Let's hop into this, man. For the Forest Giants, we got Tiri and Karma on long branches and Tiri. And for Hot Squad, we have Genghis on Grey Bark and Eastwind on Old Bark. Legendary stuff. Looks like the teams will be popping their whites here, trying to get some extra pus on the map to help keep those Forest Giants under control.
One thing you hate to see is that none of the FGs are named Morningwood, so that's obviously the best FG name.
Yes.
That Bungie made.
Flag captured.
And black is going to sink one white, so it'll be interesting to see if that makes a difference at all.
Flag.
We'll have to see. It didn't look like
yellow's sinking one as well.
Didn't look like either
Flag
team got
captured.
any big pus. I almost want to start it over again just to double check. It looks like all these goals are just going to have dud pus.
Captured.
There are 3 big pusses that are ambient
Flag
pus at the start, so there are 3 goals that have big pus on
Okay.
each team.
Looks like the Forest Giants and the majority of both teams' units are going to head mid. I mean, MM is pretty much going all mid. Sauce is sending a little bit more on the eastern flank here.
Yeah, yellow's doing a good job of going near that south crossing there. The FGs for black are going to try to cross the southern river. Or at least that was the plan. But the thing is, I don't think that they necessarily are going to do that anymore because yellow sent nothing south. They sent everything mid, essentially. So already, Team LSO is not playing into what Hot Squad wanted them to do.
What was it that Hot Squad wanted to do? I mean, you're on the team. Do you have any insight to it?
Yeah. So they wanted, they figured that there would be a south flank from yellow, and they were going to try to cross the South River with both FGs and crush it. But it looks like that's not going to happen now.
Flag captured.
Interesting. I do wonder what adjustments Mystery Men will make to that flank Hots is sent into the south. But it seems at this point Hots is overwhelmed in the middle for sure.
Flag captured.
So Tyrion's FG is going somewhere. GK just asked for permission to shadow it.
Flag lost.
So once again, the yellow team is not playing into what black wants them to do, really. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out.
I got a lot of watching right now. You know, let's see what the action shows us.
Yeah, we're basically just seeing lock battles right now. The locks are trying to find portions of mid that are unobstructed by the houses.
Man, lock battles are so boring, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
They're very passive. That's the thing, is Warlocks are probably the most passive artillery unit. They're nothing like a fetch or a dwarf hero where you can really push the limit and just push in general, you know.
So you see Thal there probing the water because they're pretty sure that there could be a white there.
They happen to be correct, although do they know that they're correct, or do they feel safe at this moment? We'll have to wait and see. Aghast almost taking the Zerk over here, but Limp quick to react. Saw still in the flag lead, however, in my opinion, they've lost control over more than half of this map at the moment. We'll see if they can sneak something north or if some encounter happens in the mid or the south. Right. But at this point, Mystery Men definitely controlling at least 55% of this map, and now they'll take a flag on top of that to take the flag lead. I mean, we still got like 6 minutes 30 seconds left here. I'm gonna keep it on auto camera. You can't really capture all the little things that are going on.
Yeah, that's true.
Lots of just really micro management positional battles.
Yeah. Can you switch the colors back so that because I think the yellow and black pop a little bit more on the overhead.
A little bit. I don't know. I'm playing with screen brightness down. I think I gotta turn my gamma up post.
I think that looks a little bit better. It certainly helps with the yellow team because their units really pop on that, so you can kind of tell what they're doing.
Is Hot Squad red then? Yeah, Hots is red. Okay. You'd ask me to switch back and forth at any time, bro. I will accommodate as such. Looks like Thal continuing to search for that white. He missed the white, but the white gets his warlock.
And it. And it.
Hold up, man. I want to see.
It, but still.
You know what's gonna happen here. Arzenic should be going in for a shot, but he wants to conserve his mana, it seems.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Good job by Thal. Good job by Thal living.
Keeping his stuff alive, and now he's going to pressure Arzenic. Along with Gecko.
I think if he fired, he might be able to reach with a shot there, but instead he's going to try to get that sunken melee. No real big action from the FGs so far. They're a little bit. There's so many goals on this map that the FGs are held in check relatively easily.
5 minutes remaining.
Oh yeah. Lots of pus on the map to keep those giants at bay.
Yeah, and I think Yellow's talking about trying to send the FG south to go slap Falander. So it'll be interesting to see how well shadowed that FG is.
We will find out pretty soon when the percentages change, or if they don't. That's pretty much how we'll know.
Yeah.
It looks like Yellow's sending something south.
Hots is pushing the hell out of south, and Mystery Men definitely need to react to this. They'll be threatening at least 2 more flags here. It looks like Blade will move to go in and look to support Arsenic.
And then something else is crossing the river east. I don't know if that's an FG right there. You see that?
Just a Zerk, it
South
appears.
of there. Okay, Zerk. Yeah, so we're about to see a big fight south, and north is still kind of just dancing.
I mean, it's interesting that, I mean, the teams have this much patience for each other where neither one is willing to completely, fully engage or make a full adjustment here. They're just really playing this out.
Yeah, overall I like Yellow's position a little bit better right now. They have some stuff sunk. Black doesn't really have any taggers on Yellow side of the map, so I think overall Yellow has better position right now.
They also have nothing on those back flags, whereas Mystery Men have them covered with at least a handful of Thrall in every flag they own, besides maybe one.
And it looks like Yellow has a breakaway north,
Where is
going
this?
to northeast.
Ooh, nice.
Maybe, oh, yes, the young lord, Scary Owl, moving about here with his
FG's
Zerk.
This FG's gonna get pinched.
This looks good though. I don't know if they'll want to make this play because there's so many other goals around where they could totally just trick Tiri. Like, they don't have a plus advantage to really feel that comfortable here. But it looks like the south of Mystery Men on the bush.
There's a fight south, yeah.
As well as their mid's gonna send some units around the south. Try to get them from behind, perhaps.
Contested.
Hot Squad's in a bad position south right now.
Yeah, super low. It looks like Shyester's lock will go down.
Big percentage lead right now for Yellow.
Oh yeah, flags as well. So the Mystery Men really closing in on Hots here. Shy continues his fight with the Mortar Dwarf. A white going down. Going to pus some of Karma's melee. But none of those units will be able to be capitalized on for a kill.
Flag lost.
A nice pus goes down. A dud pus by
20% advantage now. 20% advantage for Yellow. Not good. Not good for Hot Squad at all.
Flag captured.
Okay, we're gonna pause here.
Flag
Looks like Karma's getting pussed. His pus is gonna go down. Oh my god, Miss Eastwind. Somehow Eastwind's Forest Giant ends up pussed. And
yeah, it was a small pus.
Karma goes to clean up. Very nicely played by Karma there. This guy might just have 4 balls of steel after all. And Eastwind down for the count. The first player to go to 0% in this game. We have 1 minute remaining. Large advantage here by the Mystery Men. They are totally dominating this game. I'm not sure what Hot Squad can do to really turn it around at this point. Oh, Tiri's Forest Giant going to get pussed as well. All the action always on the Forest Giants. And it looks like Tiri will be stoned to death. Genghis kicking about. But oh, Genghis also getting pussed here.
30 seconds.
The Forest Giants, as strong as they are, relatively weak and easily dealt with on this map. As Karma's Forest Giant, I mean, this is one after one after one going down. It ends up getting pussed by the Ghasts. Unfortunate for the Forest Giant players, but lots of action in between. Still a double percentage advantage by my team.
Yellow's not going to contest. Yellow will not contest here.
They have no reason to. Arsenic Kling super careful to not contest here.
Flag lost.
Well, they're contesting though. I'm not sure how wise that is.
Contested.
Looks
Flag
like Esmo
contested.
still making moves to try to get some flags here. 30% difference though.
Contested. Flag lost.
They'll win this flag
Flag
in a small
contested.
engagement. But Mystery Men, well, looks like Mystery Men is losing their flag lead actually. Still with a 30% advantage, Hots is making this closer than I
Flag
thought.
captured.
Really well played.
Flag contested.
I gotta see if there's any maps contested here. Looks like this one's being contested.
That should be it. They should stop contesting
Flag
right now.
lost.
Yellow should stop contesting.
Flag
Hots
captured.
wants that contest. Hots
Flag
only with 2
contested.
flags left.
Flag captured.
Contesting
Flag
3 others
contested.
at this time though.
Flag captured.
But they call GG, so that's a wrap here.
Flag contested.
My team going to take game
Flag
4.
captured.
This match is all tied up, folks, and it's going to come down to a best of
Flag
3,
lost.
really, to decide if we're going to go into sudden death or not. Really well played
Game over.
by the Mystery Men here, coming back strong after 2 losses. You'll see Karma, oh, actually LSO with the damage lead for his team here. And Gecko stepping it up big for the sauce, but it was not enough to turn the tide of battle.
I think what's been only had 6 damage with his FG was definitely not enough.
Hey, hold up, let me turn your microphone up a little bit. Could you please repeat that, Seeker?
Yeah, sure. From what I can see here is like Eastwind only had like 6 damage with his FG. I mean, that's not enough. I mean, you need to do more with the FG, and I guess, you know, he got a little unlucky with the buzz. It happens, you know.
Yeah, the damage is definitely the result of just losing the FG before it's able to kill a unit or really engage in a fight, albeit he almost ends up taking out Karma's Forest Giant there, but Karma was really clutch with 1 extra dud pus that really turned the tide of that battle at the last second. Any thoughts, Mr. Clank?
I'm thinking I'm not gonna play any games today.
Yo, I'm
sorry to hear
thinking
that.
at this point,
Yeah.
if Sauce has this many chinks in their armor, they might need you. I think they're underrating you. You might need to be a part of this game, and they don't realize it because, you know, it's tough to play 6, 7, 8 games of Myth in a row and really apply the same type of focus. Honestly,
Right,
I
right.
appreciate taking a break myself, but a lot of times my team needs me to do all different roles that, you know, I have to be there. But I taking the break is important, you know. You gotta go to the bathroom. It's important, man. Even like just 15-minute break, man. Get your head clear, and then when you come back, you're focused. You let all that shit from before go, and you get in the moment, I feel.
I think from the next game we're gonna see Shy rebound. He had a little bit of a rough game there.
Right.
Let's hope so. Let's hope
and
so.
Asmo and Eastwind both had not their strongest showing of the match. Thalander has been playing really well today.
He's been very consistent. Yeah. Yeah.
HMP also pretty consistent. So.
Mhm. But yeah, Clank, you know, they need some of your old man wisdom in there.
It's funny that Clank is an old man now.
Yeah.
My, how times have fly. You're still like a 20-year-old kid to me, bro. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was watching old films and I used to just spam the chat. It was quite a lot.
Oh, that was a tactic of yours, though, right? Because a lot of people will get irritated by that. They might turn their game sound on. They might turn it off, and all of a sudden they're not getting these auditory cues. It can really frustrate opponents, I think.
Game.
Yeah, it is the mental
part of the
game,
mental
right?
game.
There's a little bit more bad manners in Myth 2 than there are in most games that are allowed, because the mental game is often respected, even though it can get quite vicious.
Looks like the next game's going down to the wire as well, so that's going to be a good one to watch.
As expected with this match, man, so far it's been a blast. I mean, this is all tied up now. I feel like as the series goes longer, I feel that Hawks might actually have a bit more of an edge due to past results against Mystery Men, but also being a team with a bunch of Northern American players. You got these Europeans, and it's nighttime for them. You know, they're getting tired, they're getting sleepy. Some of them woke up 12 hours ago, only on 5 hours of sleep to begin with. But great match.
They're no longer hungry too. I mean, the European players, they won, you know, their MWC tournament.
Some of them. If you break the teams down, I don't know. Argos might have won last year. I really forget. But I think, LSO is really hungry for a win here. He's never won before. Spoon is hungry for a win. He'd like to make his impact known. Meanwhile, for Sauce, you have all previous MWC champions taking the board.
Right.
You know?
Right.
All great players here. Looks like the next map will be Caps the Flag on Dwarves of the Borough Grove.
And it's still going on, so must be a really good game.
Uh-huh. Alright, I'm gonna go get a beer while, I guess we wait for the game to finish. I guess it's time for another round of, you know, viewer questions.
Viewer questions.
I would love to interact with any of the people watching right now who have not turned the sound off.
Favorite memory from Myth World Cup 2020? Well, I don't know. Myth World Cup brings back memories of past Myth World Cups, typically. And so certain plays, certain games, certain matches get magnified in the years thereafter. So I'm not sure I can put my finger on what moment that'll be from this year. I think that...
What did you like the most, bro? What did you like the most about your involvement in MWC, you know?
Well, it was just good to be back, and it was good to be on, you know, a team with a good captain, and you know, I got some good games in the first, you know, however many weeks, and so all the guys on the hot squad are super cool too, so definitely like the teammates, and you know, it's good. What'd you say?
No, I was just looking at chat and I saw what Slick said about Flatline.
Yeah, that was a good moment.
So let's be real. He got steamrolled a few times. Like, he got steamrolled.
You know, he wasn't even ready. I don't know what he thought was going to happen there, but Adren just jumped on him immediately, and it felt like he didn't even have a preset set or something, bro. It was definitely a defining moment for Adren and Flatline.
You know, I still haven't watched that, actually. I've just heard people talk about it. All right, looks like the game is over, so we can go on to the next game.
Roger. I'd just like to shout out, to answer that question, though, one of my favorite moments of Myth World Cup 2020 is definitely the fact that you have all these different returning players showing up at once that have not been around for a long time. Clank being one of them for sure. Karma as well. There's Blade. I mean...
Retless.
Yeah, Retless. Number of legends just coming back. At least legends to me that I grew up with, and I was like, damn, all these guys are great at this fucking game, bro. It's just... It's super cool in that fashion. And, you know... Big shout out to Clank and Karma for holding shit down back in the day, but also putting on those 1 vs 1, 2 vs 2, 3 vs 3 tournaments. I feel like we haven't had 2 vs 2, 3 vs 3 tournaments in like 20 years even. So it's just what you guys have brought to the table this year. I don't think it could ever be matched. It's very impressive to say the least.
Hey, all the credit to Karma. All the credit to Karma. He's put in a lot of work, and you know, he was really the driving force behind all of it. So, good job on his part.
This is a 21-minute game, folks. That is amazing. Capture the flag. So we're going down to the wire here. I kind of gave you a little spoiler there, but you can just get your popcorn ready now, and you might want to make 2 bags because this one is a long one.
Oh man, I'm ready.
Okay, unfortunately I am not. We're having technical error here. I need to go download the updated map.
Oh man.
Where
Whoa.
is the Boro Grove? Here, Seeker, now it's your turn. What is your favorite moment of Myth World Cup 2 during this interlude? Please tell us.
Besides besides benching a cruiser. Okay. My favorite moment. My favorite moment was probably the last match that we played against BA. Game 2 was definitely like really close. It came down to the wire. We both had some good strategies laid down for that game, and it was really intense. I was really impressed how you guys just pulled out that last minute, sort of like win. Actually, more last second sort of win, and it was really great taking the team of like role players, like people who were like always on like the sidelines of I guess power teams, pretty much the people who would be like your 6 or 7 guy, and taking them and actually making it like a really competitive team and really putting like scare into like a lot of different teams that we were playing in the top bracket, and not having any upsets to like lower bracket teams as well, which can often happen if you're a team of just like I guess role players. But we managed to avoid that. We managed to like have some good games with the top teams, and for me that was like really great to like get all these players who normally would probably just be like, okay, I'm not gonna play on, no offense, Garnish, but we're not gonna play on like Avon's Grove. We'd rather just sit out the tournament. Then give them the team that they can play on and do well with.
All right,
Excellently
here we go.
put, sir. Excellently put. Yeah, those were great games. And when the underdogs can win those games against your team, when you're the favorite, it can definitely affect your gameplay here. Hot's the favorite, but they know they're against some great competition. Although I don't think they expected the match to be at 2-2 at this point. I think these are really confident players, and they probably expected to at least be up 3-1 by now. Because, I mean, they'd very be capable of doing that, even 4-0. Great players, but so far this is quite different than any of the times these teams have played against each other in the competition. Whereas we're at Game 5 now, and by then each match was technically over by then. A team had already reached 3 wins. It'd be interesting to see what happens here, bros.
It's interesting that Terry's been already making excuses within this game chat. He's saying like this has been the worst he's played the entire year.
He's humbling himself, man. He's trying to make his team feel better, but also feel like they need to step up a little bit too to make up for what he's unable to bring to the table today. Although so far, one could arguably say the 2 running MVPs here for my team are Karma, as well as Thierry. I mean, I think Arsenic and LSO are right up there as well. But Karma and Drizzt have really been adding stuff to these games where if they weren't able to accomplish this, these games would not be close.
Right. And I'm also glad that we haven't set any sort of like, classic Blade moments. That's been good.
Oh, yes. Yes, he's no longer the classic Blade. He is the new Blade. He's been sharpening that blade for a long while here. Hopping into the strategies real quick. Mystery Men, they'll have less thrall and arguably a lot more archers. Well, I guess not. The archers are pretty much the same. Where's the difference here? Tough to tell. Maybe in goals? More dwarves, actually. Only 3 for Hot Squad. You have at least 4 over here. I mean, just really small, subtle differences in trade. Let's see where the teams end up going. And it looks like these guys are going to end up with the bottle pus tactic by the Mystery Men. I'm not so sure Hot Squad will be doing the same. I haven't been paying much attention to them. But I always love this little type of extra feature, because if that bottle goes off with the pus, it could be big trouble for the opponents. Looks like Karma will be manning it for Mystery Men.
Hot Squad predicted that that yellow would be bottle pussing, and I think Hot Squad might try to bottle puss as well. The flank guys were considering grabbing some bottles from their dwarfs, so we'll see.
It looks like a very light north by Hot Squad. Only Shirester's Warpack. Meanwhile, Donsky and Arzenic linger up there for the Mystery Men. Hot Squad going to take over control of the mid part of the map. Tiri lingering down to the south. Actually outnumbered by Asmodean, although his dwarf does give him a slight advantage.
Yeah, and you're seeing that they're trying to push Tiri there. That Stig pack is crossing. And they're going to try to push Tiri.
Ah yes, looks like Eastwind has joined Asmodean. And quite a number of warriors showing up as well.
Yeah, it's all going to be about if they're able to push Tiri's dwarf or not. And you're seeing part of mid go to help Tiri. There's a goal pack north. That's trying to
sneaking
flank
around. There's your bottle plus action.
Nice.
This was a long game. We still have 14 minutes left.
But look at the top right, mystery, or there's a scout up there. Can you switch the overhead colors? Yeah, there's plenty of stuff up there that was kind of anticipating it.
Oh yeah, all Karma, and it looks like he'll be matched up with Limp on the gold pack. We've seen this matchup a few times. I believe the first time Karma victorious, the second time Limp victorious. Just interesting we're seeing this matchup. I really thought we'd see a lot of Karma on Genghis in this in these games, but a lot of split Tro has not allowed that to happen, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of just repositioning.
Looks like there's going to be some action north.
Yeah, Thel wants to kind of play around with Donsky here. Karma going to retreat his goal pack, unable to really get around Hot's forces. Looks like Blade and Tiri holding off Eastwind and Asmo for now. And so far I'd say Hot's a slight advantage, you know. Even though they're down 1%.
Middle.
But yeah, they're controlling middle, they're controlling even more on the flanks as well. Really bunching up the Mystery Men.
And somebody's acting like he's leaving. Karma's actually
rotating.
Karma's acting like he's leaving, but he's sending the goal pack south now to try to swing the balance.
A small adjustment. A really long adjustment. And, I mean, these players kind of have a lot of time to think about that, but a lot of time to be distracted as well. And, I mean, Genghis already saying south looks tough to rush. Wait till he sees this gold pack show up, and it might change things a bit more, albeit I believe his units are mid. As Thal is down
looks like Salander just went south. That leaves middle with kind of very little on Hot Squad's side.
Yeah, just some Thrall. No only one dwarf, really. Perhaps a bit vulnerable, but at the same time, MM isn't really in the position to be able to just outright rush that. As soon as they do that, the flanks would be able to collapse. At least the northern flank. I'm not so sure about the southern one. It seems Karma has adjusted yet again to the north. We got this on double speed. Quite a long one here. Not much blood being drawn. It'd be interesting if archers only got like 100 bows or 100 arrows. And then they had to wait like every minute they could earn another 20 or something. I don't know.
I don't know, man. That'd be interesting. That's typically an HMP sort of thing to do. Like,
so Genghis is talking about simultaneously pushing north at about the 3-minute mark.
And that's the thing is, It seems like Hot Sauce is a little bit more set up to play for the win and the tie.
Yellow tried pushing mid. We got some activity there.
Yes, but quickly LSO and Karma back off as Limp adjusts his gold pack to the area.
Nice.
But what I was saying was, you know, it seems Sauce is built to play for a win or a tie here. They're not really letting anything through to threaten their back flag if they do plan to go for that last 3-minute push. Whereas Mystery Men just playing very defensive. They could care less if they get a tie game here. And I feel like that's something that Sauce should just be playing for, knowing they could go into sudden death.
South is heating up here.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
I see it. Doesn't look like any plus has been used. Quite a number of dud bottles in the water by Blade. LSO
And
still
Black
poking away
Black
at mid.
is sending another Black is sending another war pack south.
Seems so, although Eastwind backing off a bit, moving to the middle as Karma calls out, hey, should we be pushing the south? I'm here. Makes me wonder if Eastwind's adjustment to the mid here is going to work out. But perhaps he's going to go help in this mid push.
Right.
5 minutes remaining.
5 minutes left. Terry looking
Frankly, you know, just a very boring game so far. I don't think that there's any denying it, but
the game of
a lot of
patience.
posturing.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
patience, man. 21 minutes. We're gonna see some action.
This game could have definitely been 8 minutes only.
All right, here we go. Terry
Yeah.
overextending a little bit.
He's supported by Karma's gold pack, which is good, but Limp also in the area. South looks very, very even, unit-wise, to be honest.
And mid possibly pushing east wind. Looks like South is trying to hide their strength just a little bit. Karma's flanking around that lake and trying to get behind Black.
Right.
Hopefully Hots sees him. I'm sure they do, yep. So Thal could try to trap the goal pack.
But it would open the door for Asmo to get doubled up by these two war packs, maybe. But we do have at least some more movement going on than the first 10 minutes of this game, thank God.
So they're trying to trap the goal pack a little bit.
I'm hitting high speed on this, kind of. Still more positioning. Mystery Men going to back off quite a bit here. Terry getting really far back. He's going to go back to the other side of the river.
Alright, looks like there's a north push from Black.
Oh,
Ooh, as well
okay.
as a mid push.
So they're pushing everywhere right now.
Shyest are going to match up with our Zenek up there.
There's a lot of things right now.
Some pus going to trade.
I don't like Hot Squad pushing right here because I think that those archers are going to chew them up.
They're on this excellent hill right here, as well as the dwarves, where this is just
This is an ill-advised push
perhaps
from Hot Squad.
premature. In the mid, Hot Squad pushing this as well, also having to go uphill.
Karma's goal pack is about the bottle pus. Or not. That was kind of a bad
A double
there.
pus. He
Right.
might have lost focus on which has the bottle pus. In the north, Hot Squad finally getting up on this hill.
Yeah, they're Thrall rushing.
Donsky's
Good dwarf
dwarf
shot.
almost getting taken out by that thrall there, man.
1 minute remaining.
We only have 1 minute left here.
Black, very good push middle there.
Right. Right.
But we have Blade or Donsky, whichever that is, reinforcing.
Mm-hmm.
But the goal pack, black goal pack, is hot on the trail. Look at the positioning here. Yellow has no chance at taking the black flag. This is basically black will either lose or tie. So
30
you gotta like
seconds
that.
remaining.
Oh yeah, they're going for full tie here for sure. Looks like they're north. They're able to take out this dwarf, or the two dwarves. They'll be able to hold this off. But it's really a matter of time.
So many archers there for
Well, Puss going down there,
yellow.
perhaps a little bit premature, only able to target that one thrall.
This dwarf, this yellow dwarf is going to be big. It's going to need to stay alive.
Death.
We're into sudden death here.
Oh. Yep.
I'm just going to keep the
Oh,
focus
good
on the
fuss,
flag
good
here.
fuss. The gold pack's going to try to kill this dwarf. Everything rests on this dwarf if it can get a good shot on these stigs, which it did.
Oh yes. Terry coming in with his dwarf as well from behind.
Thierry is about to get some ratios for sure.
A lone archer also helping the contest here. Looks like the gold pack and the archers able to take down that dwarf, but the gold pack going to fall apart here.
And now Thierry's dwarf is here. Big percent. Ooh, nice puss. Big percentage advantage for yellow here. Yellow is sending a couple units at the opposing flag as well.
Flag contested.
We'll see if they get there in time.
Just looks like MM has too many units on the flag here, but we'll have to see what Shyster can pull off. Quite a talented player. Along with Thal being in the area.
These yellow units are vets though. And there's a yellow dwarf right there.
He may not be interested. He might not be interested in hot toss contest right now.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blade a 6 vet warrior. And a rather impressive defense by the Mystery Men. This game will now go to a tie here. Which is interesting. How that might impact Mystery Men going into the sudden death.
Right.
Albeit,
Yeah, who do you think the tie helps more?
I'd say that it definitely helps Sauce more because, well, I don't know. I guess Mystery Men, circumstantially, they avoid losing their flag there, right? So in that way, it helps them more. But logistically, Mystery Men, they'll still have to win at least 4 more games. Sauce only need to win 2. And now you're going to have this best of 7 with, like, some room, right? Because one team needs to win both games here to win. Both teams could now tie back-to-back. And we're going to have a 1-game sudden death and then another sudden death, so to speak.
Right.
We'll have to see what Liv does.
I think that the tie benefits Mystery Men just because they only have to win one of the last 2 to send it to sudden death.
No, they must win both. Because best of 7 is decided in 4. You know?
Right, because then you have another... Yeah.
Sauce will have at least 1 more game able to challenge that win. And if Mystery Men win that, then they'll go into the other sudden death. I'm basically saying that there's potential for 2 different sudden deaths here, outside of the ones with the game types. You know, like, kind of interesting stuff.
Right, fatigue is only a factor here, I think. Definitely with like both teams, they must be feeling a little drained. Hot Sauce isn't subbing, whereas Mystery Man has its Euros on its older time, Euro time. They must be feeling tired.
It looks like they're done with the next game, so we can go straight to the next one.
Roger that. And to polish this one off, Shyster with the most damage for the Sauce, and Dunsky with the most damage for the Mystery Men. Into game 6 we go. Still a tie. So this game basically changed nothing, really.
I'm not looking at lobby chat because I know that Argos is in there spoiling shit for everybody. All right.
Really seemed to me like yellow was playing for the tie there. Like the whole game.
Right.
I think they weren't really given an option just by what Hots was doing, and I think they just kind of end up defaulting to it because it's the only thing they could do at that point, you know?
Yep, exactly.
Because like they're trying to get these games done, man. They're not trying to extend it that much. They have players ready to go to bed.
Right. question though. I mean, it's been a recurring theme with Mystery Men in that these sort of games where the option is either win or tie, they always find themselves in a position where the only options are to like lose or tie. Because I think it hurts them that the other teams are always like the aggressors in these situations. Because we saw it as well with the bottom bracket finals, where in the Assassin game, when BA pushed the action and made it so that they can either win or tie, but for HOTS, they can either lose or tie, and we saw it happen there that they lost.
Yeah.
The Assassins.
This is very true. I mean, is this next game Assassin then?
No. There's gonna be no Assassin anymore. I mean, Lim put that in there to make a point, and his point was that Assassins is not a good, game type.
Oh, it's a great game type. In fact, I think he's afraid to lose MWC as a result of himself picking an Assassin game type, to be honest. But I will save the shade for now.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with Limp, I think it's more like he just doesn't like Assassins. And, I mean, he doesn't like Stamps as well.
Or captures, but
right.
He knows what to do with these game types to make them fun regardless.
Exactly. Exactly. He's hosted a great tournament, and, there's not a lot to criticize. There's not a lot to criticize in terms of how he's run the tournament.
It's interesting that Twitch bans people that say pussbit.
Really?
Yeah. Runwood almost got banned there.
Wow.
Alrighty.
Alright,
Game
it looks like
6.
Zell is actually entering one of these games. From what I can see.
Yeah, looks like Zell has now started playing. He must be done with his raids.
Alright, to let the viewers know is that
Zell is not in this game. Zell is
deal.
not in this game.
Yeah.
But interesting though. So it looks like in the next game, Zell will be included there. I imagine Argus will go and take a break. We'll have to wait and see. This is looking unto death with a Trow unit trade, a little bit different than the classic one on light units. Both teams very similar strategies here. Both will be maxing out their fetch, their warlocks, and
is the stream
their
going?
Trow.
I don't see the game.
Oh, good call there.
There it is. The screen's kind of messed up though.
Alrighty, there we go.
There it goes.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
So this is another Limp remake. He took a classic map, Lycan Unto Death, and he added some more units to it. He also added a dark variant. This is the dark variant. This is the first map that we've played with Fetch, I believe.
Nice.
So, and then the final map has Fetch as well.
Looks like Mystery Men gonna get. Looks like both teams maybe max the Solus here, right?
Actually, I take it back. The first map had Fetch, I believe.
Looks like Mystery Men gonna have a few more Mercuridia. Nope, the same. I think both these teams got pretty much the same trade, albeit HOTS has like 3 more Stygian Knight. HOTS also choosing to
a lot more Solus for HOTS, right? Or
yeah.
No, it's roughly equal.
Yeah.
Roughly equal, just in different areas, I think. For how unit trading.
They were hiding behind the Trow. So.
We got Genghis with all 3 Tro for Hot Sauce. We got Karma with 2 Tro and Thierry with 1 Tro for my team. So different splits in the Tro. And it's king of the map. So let's see which team gets out to lead early. Both teams starting with a flag.
Flag captured. Flag.
It's going to be interesting because the flags are so far apart from each other. So it's going to be huge, like where your units are placed.
Flag captured. Flag captured. Flag
And for
captured.
returning viewers to the stream, this is a new edit of Legend that Limp
Flag
did
contested.
to
Flag
have like a better
captured.
dark unit set.
Flag contested. Flag lost.
And also to incorporate
Flag
the map.
contested.
Now, so far, it looks like Mystery Man has spread out fairly even here, but Sauce really going to overload in the south and the middle of the map.
That's a big hill for those Sola South.
Flag contested. Flag contested. Flag captured.
And yes,
Flag
lots of
contested.
souls going
Flag
into the south
contested.
here.
And they did a good job keeping the black Solus from
Flag
getting on that
contested.
hill. Black with a fetch advantage in the middle. I don't know where yellow's other fetch are. Or are those all of them? No, that's all 5. That's all 5.
Yep.
Oh, good luck
nice
shot possibly.
Yeah, good work by Blade
Yeah.
there.
Flag contested.
Looks like Hot's backing off a little bit from this early mid engagement.
Oh man.
Flag contested. Flag lost.
I had to turn game sound down because the fetch are so loud, man.
Flag
Yeah, so yellow has 1 fetch south.
Flag captured.
So far I'm liking yellow's positioning better. I think that they have the early advantage. Although you're seeing black get more time.
I don't know if I like their positioning as much. It seems like Hot's kind of controls more of the map, over half the map, and it's definitely reflected in the fact that they control the time, albeit now they're actually down in flags. Although it's all tied up once again.
I just think that yellow has better positioning middle currently.
They're just down a Tro there, which
Flag
really hoping Tiri's Tro is able to do something. LSO almost losing his fetch to a Warlock there.
Ooh.
It's able to survive.
Flag lost.
And look, yeah, now you see Genghis pushing the 3 Tro. I mean, pushing Karma's 2 Tro with his 3. This is a problem because, I mean, I'm not sure what Tiri's doing right now, but Genghis will be able to totally win this engagement along with Thal. I mean, they even have a
Yeah, plus
fetch
he has that fetch
Warlock
support.
advantage. Mid is
I would
kind
love
of
to
more of a
see yellow
standoff.
push mid. Although they're kind of just chilling right now.
Yeah, Blade's Warlock will go down there.
Flag captured.
Derry should really send his Tro over to Karma.
Flag contested.
If not, push into these back flags and start taking them.
Flag.
But a large flag advantage here for Hot Sauce.
Flag lost. Flag captured.
Karma in a really tough position. Oh, magic dirt.
Oh.
Not so badly though. I almost wish he had just shift-clicked those Mercuridia right there and wiped them off. But his Tro gonna take quite a few hits there. And I guess one of Genghis's Tro almost at half health. Meanwhile, Tiri finally showing up, but look at this flag difference, look at the percentage difference. Hot's in the lead by a far margin, at least when games end up this close.
Now these fetch are a little exposed here. It's gonna be, I mean, granted it won't be easy for Tiri to rush that, but that's,
Contested.
But
and
he
it
needs
looks
to.
like,
He
yeah.
needs to. Albeit these spiders are what's really going to be the problem if they come anywhere closer.
Flag lost.
yeah, those spiders need to go help those fetch right now.
And here they come.
Flag captured.
Karma might actually end up getting trapped here.
Flag lost.
Tiri engaging.
Flag contested.
Teams will trade a Tro. Karma will lose a Tro.
Flag
Tyrio takes another tro down low. However, he's going to save the rest of his tro as he will lose his Marcridio.
I think that engagement definitely favored black, and you're seeing it in the percentages.
Oh yes. Karma, the first player with no units left, will have to pay attention to see if he gets spared anymore. Looks like Donsky going to take out a Warlock there, but I mean, Mystery Men really need to spread the fuck out right now, man, or they're in big trouble.
If you're Genghis, you got to feel good. You got to feel good about getting that monkey off your back there.
Right.
Flag captured. Flag contested. Flag captured. 5 minutes remaining.
I guess that Mystery Men felt they had to do something to reverse this major, you know, time deficit.
Yeah, that time deficit is looking more and more insurmountable with the percentages where they are.
Yeah. This might be the first game of the match which hasn't been epic.
Oh, and there goes that trowel.
There's a lot of decisions made very early in this game, I feel.
Still a lot of fetch left on the map. There's a lot happening in the middle right now.
Yeah, but that time difference, I don't think it's really anything that can be, you know, surmounted at this point. I'd say this game is probably over.
Flag lost. Flag captured.
Yeah, let's watch this middle push. This should be interesting.
I mean, it's a 20-minute advantage in flags. No GGs have come out yet, but I think it's safe to say Sauce is going to walk away with this one.
Let's stick on middle. Turn off the auto camera, because, well, never mind, they're backing off. I thought that was going to be the most interesting part.
Right.
We might have something happen here.
Yeah.
It looks like PK wants to challenge Asmodean's fetch with less, but perhaps he's just playing around. Eastwind's
if I'm
like kind of in the
Asmo right
air,
there,
might snipe him.
If I'm Asmo right there, I want to push with those fetch. You have the fetch advantage. I would push like crazy.
Flag contested.
I guess they're content to just get time though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why Asmo's not pushing with his team there.
He doesn't really have any need to.
I mean, is he lagging out? Like, yeah, but I mean, if you're fetch, you can zap all that stuff when it tries to turn on the trow.
True.
I mean, okay. Now he's moving. He just missed a chance to ratio is all.
Now looks like those fetch will go down.
Flag contested.
All right, let's just
Let's just fast forward through it.
Yeah.
Flag lost.
Overall, you know, MVP GK. He definitely won this for his team.
Right.
And Genghis says, "Good strat, limp."
This is Genghis' best game by far. Definitely the MVP here. He's going to go away with 105 damage for his team.
Wow.
For all you old school viewers out there, the damage was reduced to unit trading value, which was originally multiplied by 2.56. So, in the olden times, this would be like almost 300 damage, if not 300 damage, you know?
Yeah, huge game.
Oh yeah. Quite a dominating display by the Sauce. Best damage for Mystery Men here. It will go to Thierry. Albeit Blade right behind him. Also great performances standing out from Thal and Shyster. I mean, Sauce really winning these HOTS maps, man. If this goes to sudden death, I highly doubt you will see Mystery Men pick a king of the map.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I think that was just a mistake.
Just split the trow there.
Right. But with that said, you know, I have to say that moving on to the next game, Zell's impact is going to be huge. I mean,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Returning
You're
champion, former member of the Northern Paladins dynasty. I mean,
right.
It's actually really unfortunate for Mystery Men that he had prior obligations to his World of Warcraft guild he had to take care of before he came on to handle his myth business. So,
Right.
the GG's come out and it's done.
Right. Right. But WoW pays the bills, so you got to do what you got to do.
Does he really make money off WoW?
I don't think he does, but I'm sure.
You could as a streamer.
Yeah, I'm sure at some point in time he probably has.
You definitely could as a streamer.
Yep.
And it looks like the last game is almost over. Also going down to the wire.
Interesting.
I'm going to switch over into Hot's chat just to, I'm torn. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah,
Well, it's about you being spoiled or not, but yeah, when you come back, please don't spoil.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna stay out of it.
Right.
They might need you to come in, bro.
I gotta say that Karma's Graphic calling HOTS as a name changers team, I think that's incorrect, because if you're a name changers team, you have to have adrenaline on the squad.
Or Ska, right?
Yeah, or
Ska,
yeah.
really. Ska is what
Yeah.
guy who's on all of those name changers teams. I mean, people
Right.
say that Mystery Men is my team, but my team doesn't have Ducky, and I feel like he was a key
He was
component of that,
Right.
So, I mean, I think it's in all good fun to bring back old teams and try to recreate them, so to speak. But realistically, we're missing some key players here. No doubt.
All right, looks like the game is over, so we should be able to watch.
Nice. I have left the lobby, so I can't spoil myself by that.
Roger that. Into game 7 we go, guys.
Yep. Deciding game right here. This is huge.
And we've made it to the belly of the beast. Originally made by Badlands, it's been revamped by Limp and HMP, members of the Saw Squad.
Pretty interesting map. Dwarves can be pretty powerful if they get on a good hill.
Right.
Not a whole lot of Solus specific hills for them to just camp on, but they can sit on the lava. And obviously the Herons and Thel are both strong melee units, so be interesting to see how they divvy them up. And it looks like, did they get no Thel? Yellow went no Thel.
Wow.
It appears so. I think that's a huge disadvantage there. Thel are going to be able to do a lot here that the Thrall Elite are definitely not going to be able to.
That's a mistake. Yep.
But I mean, this map has only been played maybe 10, 20 times maximum.
Right.
Right. So it's safe to say that the players and the captains are really still trying to figure out the meta of what's going to work best here.
So it looks like a lot of the percentage went to goals that they saved with the Thel.
And Mystery Men are going to max out the pus here. Meanwhile, only 2 pus goals by the Saw Squad.
And that's because Puss really isn't that powerful on this. The Fel don't freeze for very long. The Herons don't freeze at all. The Dwarfs are going to be on hills. There's locks, you know. So two differing approaches to this map.
Right. It'll be interesting to see which approach is better.
And I think Puss was even nerfed here. When it was originally released, it was like you could have 6 Puss, now you can only have 5.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, we'll have to see. How do the units really match up here? So,
I can't get over the no Fel. I think we're going to see that that's a mistake.
Game on.
we'll just have to see what happens with the artillery.
Right.
So the strategy for Hots on this is they're going to send all the Herons one way, and they're going to send all the Fel the other way.
Looks like
So,
all those
I don't
Herons
know.
are going north, and all the Thel are going to the south. Meanwhile, Mystery
Yeah,
Men kind of spreading out evenly, but doing rather similar things here, albeit they've split up their Herons north and mid. Perhaps Terry will float up north, but unfortunately he's going to be tied down by this Warlock that he might just want to trade off so we can move to a different part of the map. And flag rally wise, 90 seconds into this game, Sauce with the flag lead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're going super wide. Now they could get pinned here,
Right.
and it looks like Yellow's trying to pin the Fels, which
Changed color
Surprise.
here. Honestly, it looks like Mystery Men are kind of getting surrounded a bit. Whereas Hots is having a lot of success in the south, and Mystery Men are only sending, what, 2 plus goals, Karma's Warlock, down to
Right,
deal
yeah.
with this. Shy could
can you
run
switch
this over.
can you switch the overhead color? It's hard to see the red with all the lava.
It's tough to see the black on the black.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're saying.
But, I mean, we could just switch back and
The
forth
other
every
one,
couple
the
of
other one might,
seconds.
the other one might be better. Yeah.
Right.
The red are just definitely not in the lava, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So a lot of action on both flanks. Looks like the stealth flank is going to just chew this up.
Yes, it's
Now,
become...
if he has a pus, he should use the pus. I don't know why, and he's not using half his spell.
Right.
Karma's Warlock gonna go down rather easily there, which is unfortunate. And now these Fel, they have nowhere to run and hide. Looks like he's going to hold on, hoping that the Mystery Men get a tag somewhere. But it seems to be too little, too late.
He's waiting on him to clump, then he's gonna pus.
Shy going to clean that
Nice,
up.
nice.
Yeesh.
Jump to the
Although
north.
those Thrall Elite are good.
Oh, they are, but unfortunately, I don't think they will be enough. Actually, they're putting up quite a fight against the Fel. Shyster actually has to
Right.
run away. How about that? Karma still
Wow.
able to hold
Wow.
on to flag 1. Well done, Karma. How about that?
Good job, Karma.
Ooh.
Way to be.
I don't think that Shy's gonna give up on it that easy.
I mean, both teams have 6 flags, so if Hots are able to pull this out, which it seems they now will,
And he just took care of it.
they're gonna have a
Man.
7 flag lead to 6, which means Mystery Men going to need 8 flags in order to get victory imminent and then hold the lead till the end. Have to wait and see what
We
happens.
might have to get Homer's
Now, what-
demo and aim up.
Where is Tyrion's Heron pack right now? I haven't really seen much from him.
They're north, rather isolated from the rest of the action, but he's looking to go.
Yeah, he's linking up with ours.
They'll be playing against Eastwind and Genghis Khan. Blade
And
and,
Shy is
Gecko
moving.
lingering, not too far away.
Shy is moving to the northeast flag. He'll probably be able to take that.
Mhm.
Yes. The Fel Warriors really playing a huge role here, as you predicted, Clink.
Yep,
They
that's
should
the
be
focus.
able to take over these Thrall Elite. Although
I
Shy
don't know. It looks
has
like
some
they're sending-
low health here.
yeah.
Check this health. Well micromanaged stuff here could be very useful.
Yeah. I don't think he'll be able to take that flag.
Just have to wait and see. Looks like our Zenik and Tiri, as well as Zell, have already put that foot on the pedal here. Looking to push through flag 9. The mid still rather a standoff. No team wants to take the low ground and put themselves at a disadvantage.
Percentage advantage to Hots, though.
Yes, which is not good when you're the team that needs to push.
Right, exactly.
Now,
I mean,
that means that lock probably should have held on to its mana, because now this other lock's going to be able to push.
right.
Yeah.
Right now,
I'm surprised to see Zenix Warlock backing off there a little bit. I think
I like him from his position.
They're just pushed up in the corner trying to make a hole here, but I think the reality is Shyster created this hole long ago in the south that Mystery Men have yet to be able to recover from.
Now, is
Yeah.
Shyster making a move behind the north flank? I believe he is.
He is. He's actually moving. He's moved to the very northern part of the map.
Oh, and they're sending souls at that final, or not final flag, but the penultimate flag.
Yes, looks like PK is looking to go match up with HMP souls, but arguably they could even be sending a dwarf to the home here, as
yeah, they have 3
HMP's
dwarfs just
dwarf
chilling mid.
is going to be cleaning up this flag. Unfortunately for Karma, his pus does not land on the dwarf.
Oh wow!
One
man.
last chance though. What's he got? Oh, a dud, but nothing is there to capitalize. Oh, LSO.
Right.
He's got a pus as well, it seems. But it's safe to say Mystery Men more than likely to lose this flag.
Right. And victory imminent for,
We'll have to see how the melee goes. McCarman not known for his melee, but known for his trowing. Unfortunately, his red fell goes down immediately. And it doesn't look like he's able to focus on a Thel here and take one down. Victory imminent for Sauce.
Now you're seeing what
Maybe.
you're seeing what vetted Thel can do.
Oh yes,
So
they are
You're gonna see
carrying
them
their team right now.
they're going to see him consolidate on a flag, hopefully.
They must defend a flag here, and they have 3 to choose from.
I would probably hold the one on the hill middle, but
Perhaps, but at this moment, nothing is really pressuring it aside from LSO's single Warlock. It might be in trouble really soon. If anything, it's a nice buffer over the next 4 minutes.
Yep.
MVP of the game so far, Shyster.
By far, by far. Albeit HMP moving that dwarf around really helped them secure that victory imminent as well.
Yeah, I didn't even see where that dwarf came from. He must have taken a pretty long route to get over there. I don't think that Mystery Men saw it either, because their 3 dwarfs were just chilling mid.
Right. I didn't say like so far for this series. I mean, like Hots has had like Link will step up throughout. And
Now the percentages are evening up here.
right.
GK just lost all his soulless and his dwarf. It looks like.
The percentages gotten a little bit more even. Sauce with a 2% lead here. Mystery Men really pushing the gas, but do they have enough time left to get the remaining flags?
I think the problem
They
is that Hots didn't go to consolidate on a flag fast enough, and so they're still pretty spread out. So they wasted that 10% advantage.
They still have time. There's still a minute remaining, and at the same time they're kind of positioning to play for a win here on flag 2 if necessary. Albeit it might actually be the safer play here, because if they're just running all the way back now, yes, they might end up reinforcing their teammates, but it's going to take away this opportunity to take out this flag. Only defended by 2 dwarves. These are not dwarf heroes.
In a very bad position there. Eastwind's in a very unfortunate position.
he's probably going to go down.
Looks like, oh, and the map saves him. Arsenic flinching there a little bit. Unfortunate, but very good for Eastwind. Very good for the Sauce.
He did lose his lock. He did lose his lock, though.
And it looks like Sauce really pushing in on flag 2. This is why they did not consolidate to that flag. The Souls able to add just enough pressure to give these dwarves some trouble. But Karma and Donsky with commendable defense here. Mystery Men, they continue to push.
An annoyance.
Oh, yes.
So, what's scaring me right now from the HOTS perspective is Tiri still has that Heron pack.
Yep, and it looks like they're going to just walk off and consolidate on that middle flag you spoke of.
Right.
Not all of their thrall have arrived yet, but they should be able to get there in time.
I think Arsenic might try to take out those thrall.
Uh-oh. A nice shot there by HMP. Gonna take down quite a number of souls, easing the pressure for his team. Thal's Dwarf going to go down. It looks like ours is trying to start microing these Thrall Elite here. Only 30 seconds remaining for the Mystery Men, and this kind of right down to the wire. I don't think the Mystery Men will be able to get flag 2, albeit they might. Meanwhile, or I meant Hot Sauce get flag 2, but you know, they're going all in.
Yeah, they gotta get flag 8.
Will this go to the sudden death of MWC fame?
Oh,
have to wait and see. A great shot there. But Mystery Men do not have much artillery left on the flag. Blade getting run down by Limp's Heron. LSO's Warlock unable to assist there. And
oh man, tried for an all-star shot there.
Yes. Almost a clutch save here by the Mystery Men, but it looks like they're going to have to walk off the flag. And that's that. That is Myth World Cup 2020. Congratulations to Hot Sauce. They are the champions this year. Great games all around by the Mystery Men, though. But yeah, Shyster, MVP. I mean, you could have an argument for HMP also being the MVP there for some great plays. Albeit everyone on HOTS really holding it down throughout this entire game and the entire series. It's really prop to them all around. For the Mystery Men, Karma taking the lead damage as well as the most damage of the game, putting forth a crazy amount of effort in this game, more than I've ever seen from Karma, but it just did not end up being enough. At the same time, Drizzt, Arsenic, Zell, LSO, all with some high damages there. Really trying to clutch that out. I mean, that shit is really down into the wire. Mystery Men had put them into a position there where they could end up winning this game after HOTS holding the lead and the game for so long, but unfortunately some duds went wrong, some artillery shots went wrong. It did not end up in their favor, but dude, these were great games, guys. Like, easily.
Fantastic games.
Huge fun to watch.
Games.
Huge fun, man. Any last thoughts from either of you? Should we check out the chat? Yeah.
I feel like the games were definitely Myth hype. I feel like we had a lot of viewers, a lot of first-time Myth viewers, and I feel like they got like a good sense of like what the game's about. Like,
I think overall just the strategies were in HOT's favor again. You know, Yellow made some huge strides, especially on like Raisin Barn and a couple others as far as their strategies. But I think that the final game, the trade, was huge. Going no Thel, I think that got exposed, and yeah. So, but great games overall. I think Hot Squad is the deserving champ, and yeah, they were fun games to watch, certainly.
Congratulations on your ring, Clank. You know, that's gotta feel pretty good.
Yes, congratulations,
counts.
Champ. What's up, Champ?
It counts.
How you
It
doing,
counts.
Champ? You did put in effort for Sauce during the tournament. You were there when they needed you, man. So, I mean, hey, I wish you were able to catch some games today, but Mystery Men, they did not want to let that happen, I see. Man, I feel good because I'm pretty sure I had a 4-2 prediction of the series on my precast a few days ago. So I feel good off my prediction, and I feel glad that Koo lost his prediction. It's very rewarding in my life. Feels good, man.
Well, thanks to everybody for joining us. Hopefully this was enjoyable. Hopefully the people that were in the games, when they rewatch, they like it. I try not to be too hard on anybody or anything like that. So all in good fun.
Right. Yeah.
And I guess it's time to quit Myth again. All right.
We're gonna miss you, Clank, until
man.
you show up again.
I hope you don't stay gone for too long, but I know you got some important business to take care of. You got things to do in life. Take good care of your relationship. So,
right.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, maybe I'll sneak on for that Dwarf Wall tournament next weekend.
Amen, bro. And who knows? Maybe you'll sneak on again after that. Just have to wait and see.
All right, man.
Yeah, good games, all.
Good games, yeah.
See you guys.
MWC 2021, Zell? I don't know. We started kind of early this year. Maybe we'll see that trend continue next year. As of now,
coronavirus is still going to be a thing.
Yeah, and we've had 2 MWCs within the span of a year here. Because last year's MWC didn't start until the 21st of July. So this is this is a lot of Myth in a year. You know, you don't want people to just go overboard on Myth and it starts impacting their real life. So, I mean, we'll try to keep everything going, keep the doors open, and, you know, maybe we see talks of MWC start up around March, April, May next year and see what we can get going then. I know there's plenty of post-tournament, tournaments, so to speak, between there's Dwarf Ball. Seeker is hosting a Creep and Desert Light style 2-team tournament.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a quick deal.
Yeah, there's a Coop tournament active. There's a tournament with new and less experienced players. Those are hosted by Drunken Deer and Rain Noob, respectively.
Those are fun tournaments to like stream. It's a lot of fun to watch the Noob FFA. You get to see like a lot of interesting play.
Yeah, I wish I had time to stream the Noob FFA Rain Noob, but unfortunately I will not have a chance. And we're going to have a special guest come aboard. He's going to be around for about 5 minutes here, because then we're going to wrap this up. But we will have the original Myth World Cup champion Renwood on for 5 minutes.
Nice.
Ending MWC on a much different note in 2020 than 2019. So great to bring him aboard. I mean, he did work on Raisin Barn. It's great that we have a lot of the original map designers involved today, where we have the guy from Bungie. Was it Chris Parsons or something? I'm not sure.
Chris Barrett?
Chris Barrett, rather, yeah. As well as Limp, HMP. Now we have Renwood. So it'll be a good way to end this stream. Alrighty. How to best do this?
It was fun.
Yeah, good games, Mr. Clank.
Yep.
Take care, guys.
Yep.
Be easy.
Alright, so where's Renwood going to be at?
I don't know. Should we bring him in here?
Let's see. He's over in the
I don't know how.
Channel in Climber Events.
Is he?
So we can just join that. Yeah. It's over in the Myth Events Discord.
Okay.
Yep.
Albeit that is correct, Vaz. It's a great way to get a hold of what you're about to talk about.
Yep. Yep. Hey, Renwood, you available?
I was gonna say, come over here, Seeker.
Yep.
Is Renwood on now? It seems like his mic is down a bit, but do we have time left for this last minute interview? Man, those games were great, man. Almost pulling off what I think would have been very surprising, getting 2 sudden death and maybe even winning the whole thing. They almost pulled this off, but
they almost did, yeah.
Just not enough.
Took a lot of hot strategies and turned them on their head, forced Haas to adjust, and they played really well. They came out with all cylinders firing. I was very impressed that the games were all close. I felt like it wasn't really it wasn't really a matter of key decisions. It was just small things just build up, and it was just it wasn't really a matter of one bold move by Haas just won the entire game, except for the last game. But it was more just little things just sort of happened and here and there, and Haas somehow managed to win. And it's the kind of high caliber play that you want to see in these sort of matches. You don't want to see matches where you can tell right away by the UT that one team's gonna lose, or one team just makes one big change and they win fairly quickly, and the rest of the time is just filled up with cleanup. We had a lot of tense situations here, and it was really great that people got to see situations where Haas would have a flank trying to basically surround some of MM's units, but then MM would flank that flank to provide an avenue of escape for their units leave, vice versa. So you got to see these sort of high level sort of maneuvers that many teams in Myth can't really do, but these teams were able to accomplish.
Definitely, man. They put on a great show. I'm sure they all enjoyed the games. Win or lose, because this is some of the best games to be in all year round.
Right.
All the players I know would love a spot in the finals, so
right. But yeah, I mean, I've just been watching them still, sort of winded a little bit. But yeah, so
yeah, for sure.
Are you available right now?
Is his microphone on? I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. All right, we got Spoon joining us. Spoon from the Mystery Men, the team which put up a valiant fight, but in the end of the day, it wasn't meant to be. So Spoon, are you willing to talk, or you gonna be are you not ready?
Nah, I think I'm background at this point. I'll chime in if I hear something that I feel like needs clarification.
Cool. All right, yeah. I mean, we talked a lot during the entire match, so I'm not sure what else we can offer right now. But I mean, I guess I'll just ask you straight up, Spoon. Was this your first MWC final?
Yeah, this was the first one, man.
Nice. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So how was your team Discord chat? Was it very I guess festive? Was there a lot of shouting and screaming, or was it more calm and collected, and people were generally directing each other in an organized manner?
Highs and lows, when we were on the right side of those engagements, people were excited, but not too excited.
Right.
Trying to keep it calm, keep it in control.
Right.
When we were down and out on a few of those maps, things were a little down, but we mostly just kind of kept it together, straight ahead. We weren't out until we were out,
Right. Exactly. And you were only out at the very end of the match, which is great. Yeah.
It sounded like I wasn't in that last game, but it sounded like it was a super close game. So
Yeah. I mean, all the games are super close except for the one game which you guys won with Florence Giants, where you just dominated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I guess like one question we're gonna have is so what was the thought for the unit trade that you guys made in the last game, without going with the Thel?
Oh, I don't know, man. I wasn't in that game. I couldn't even watch it, so I just stayed out.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, I can't really weigh in on that. Karma will be able to weigh in on though.
Oh, all right, cool. All right. So
hello friends.
Yeah, hey Karma, what's up?
You are now joined by a 6-time Myth World Cup finalist loser.
Congratulations.
Karma himself.
The reigning champion.
Yes.
I don't know, I've probably lost like 6 MWC finals by now too, bro.
Yeah. It's all good.
But you did have some great play there, man.
Yeah, I mean, up and down. You asked about the strat on the last map. So the theory on that is that that's a really hard map to push once you get set up. So, like if you are set up and you've got your dwarves on hills and your Heron rush packs that are being supportive, you can be more reactive, and it's hard to push into it. I think where we screwed up, two things. So from an initial, like if you watch the start, both teams have an easier tag on a flag opposite of them.
Right.
But we don't send enough, and ours and Blade aren't able to hold it. So right off the bat, we give a flag advantage. And then we see the Thel from Shyster, and there's a bit of a question as to what happened in our voice chat. I think I said, hey, like somebody needs to come southwest. Yeah. But I think ours also needed help. So long story short, I mean, if I could play that 10 times against Shyster, I think he kills me pretty easily 9 times. It's 2 pus versus 2 pus.
Right.
Thel versus Straw Elite and a Warlock, but I didn't play it well. Not killing the second pus goal. I think I was like 1 hit away from killing that second pus. I don't even know if that helps me because the Thrall can't stop Thel from just running through you and killing a lot. But anyway.
That's true. I mean, at the end of the day, I think that yeah, I mean, it was basically, Thel versus Thrall. And you did a great job with Thrall. I mean, we were watching the stream, we were all like, well, how's Karma gonna hold it? How's Karma gonna hold it? And at several points in time, we thought that you were about to lose it, but you managed to like recover and use your Thrall, Thrall Elite to hold off those Thel, keep the flag on your side. But at the end of the day, it was ultimately too much.
Yeah, and I'd said this in the game. I mean, the last game, I ended up playing actually really well with the dwarf at the end, but before that, I was pretty bad. I was super tilted after the CTF and Lichen games. Like as tilted as I get. Like I'm not a person. I didn't pull a Zur and drop the game or yell at anybody, but I was just like totally like mind fucked because I don't know if you saw. I ran my goal pack like north to south 20 times on the CTF game, and
yeah, we saw that.
I just wanted us to rush anywhere as opposed to being rushed. So even though we tied, I was bitching a little bit about like, guys, this is just like that Tallow Assassin game. Like I want us to be the ones to rush.
Exactly.
So if I'd been a little bit, sorry, I'll shut up. But if I'd been a little bit, let's say mentally tougher, I think I don't lose flag 3. So I still lose the first flag to Shyster, but I don't lose the second flag, which was quite bad.
Right. I mentioned during the stream itself that I was like, it seems like Mystery Man has a theme here where in matches where the option can be either win or tie for like one team, or like lose or tie for the other team. They always find themselves in a situation where they end up in the situation where it's either gonna be they lose or they tie. And I'm sure like future iterations, Elson's trying to look back and like figure out, okay, how do I transform these situations into these situations where my team can be winning or tying instead of the team which only has the option of like losing or tying, because I think like that's like an area of improvement. Which
I mean, I'd say the biggest thing for LSO is I think he did a good job, and he dealt with, obviously, like Thierry and I are notoriously difficult to team with or keep happy, right?
Right.
So he dealt with a lot of egos and personalities, and he did a good job. The thing I think he can improve upon, most of his strats are, I'm going to go back and find a GKG film and maybe change one or two things. And that's the biggest area where I think we have room for improvement, because then you see games like on Lichen where it's a map where that's not an option because it's new. You know, we opted into basically 3 losing flanks. We lost mid and both temples on Lichen, just default based on unit split, right?
Right.
And it's hard to blame him. No one's played that map before,
Exactly.
but that's the area where I think he's got the most to improve on, is like make some original strategies or a significant variant to catch the other team off guard.
Right. And I mean, it's really hard to go against like the hot strat makers. I mean, you got Shyster, you got Lim, you got Asmo, you got EW. I mean, these guys have all had experience like going on decades at this point of building strats for teams and having them performed. And you can't underestimate the experience like somebody like Asmo, who's done it like all levels. He's done it like level where like he's at teams which are like kind of like raw and not that good, to like teams which are like powerhouses. So he kind of knows how to handle all the angles. Like that experience is built in with him.
Yeah, I mean, and look, we were joking about it at first, and we kind of stopped after I think we made Limp mad a couple times. But just from a team stacking perspective, like if you just stack rank the rosters as we talked about, I mean, if your worst player in 2020, and I'm using worse in quotation marks, but you would pick between, most people would pick between like Asmo, H&P, Thalander of the 8 that they're playing.
Yep.
All 3 of those could be argued they're all in probably the top 15. If not, 2 of the 3 could arguably be in the top 10, right? Of active mid players.
Yeah.
So I think there's a reason that all 3 series between these 2 teams played out the same way. They're a stronger team. The strats were a nice wrinkle, but they've got a really good roster.
Right. And you know, I definitely have to agree with that. Is that this is definitely like one of the strongest rosters that Limp has sort of like built together for a team. There's really no weak spots, and even the bench is pretty strong. I mean, you got Clank, you got Homer, you have Garrick. I mean, those are all 3 good players. There's somebody I'm forgetting, but I'm forgetting him intentionally.
Well, dude, I would even say this, like honestly, if you took Paris and Adren and subbed them onto Mystery Men, I still don't think there's a clear favorite. I think at that point, like I think Mystery Men could win, but I don't know that it's like, no one would say like that's a shoe-in. And that's taken like the 2 best players in the tournament and moving them on to the team that got second place. And I think it's still, in Paris, I wonder your thoughts. I think that's still close.
I think it would still be close either way. I just think that all things set aside, I still think the Mystery Men could have won today, right? Because you still have a bunch of great players on that team, and they're players who are able to like win those games. You know what I mean? And you know, everyone did the best they could today. The results are what they are. I don't know. If me and Adren are there, we'd probably win. And we'd probably win 6-0. That's all I have to say. You know what I mean? So like, I think you asked the wrong person.
No, I was literally curious as to your assessment. That makes sense.
It's just interesting. At least before, when you're bringing up like how a lot of what LSO like to do is look up old GKG films, and like I'm sure what he's also done is look up the articles the guy had written about myth strategy, and I think you know, he could have tried to apply that on Belly of the Beast, and he could have tried to apply that on Lichen, and I don't think those attempts were made. I think he went a little bit more artillery BC heavy, and you know, it almost worked out on Belly of the Beast, but on Lichen, you guys just seem to have like this considerable disadvantage, whether it was unit distribution. You know, if anything, Lichen had very similar trades, right? It was just passed out differently. You had 2 players on Tro versus 1, you know, so that gives them a little bit more advantage in spreading out with artillery and stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, like we had talked about if we were gonna do what we did, we needed to run spiders and souls mid and try to take both flags, because by splitting trout, that's the only way you have a chance at holding mid. And as it was, they were not only able to send 3 trout and mercs, they were also able to split 3 fetch to come to our temple and push our home. And we were not able to win mid with the 3 fetch advantage or push the temple, right? So just right there, that game's over. Right. I think the one that we, like looking back on, like the one that is like the saddest that we lost, Leagues from Nowhere. You know, we were up / very close all game and in a position to win that, and just we're bad all series. Like, and this has been true from game one. In a lot of respects, this is probably something you can blame on me and Blade on King of the Map games. Like that game type didn't exist, like when I last played Myth. So as a whole, our team has just really struggled on that. So while we were winning the BC fights, we lost focus on flags for too long in the mid game. And then even though we almost caught up, we just left too much out there.
When they went for that push on South, it ate up a lot of the time on the clock, but at that point they had taken like a flag advantage against you guys that since then you were trying to chase it, but they were able to really cut their losses short and try to keep stuff on their remaining flags and keep you guys off them. Because like when you're down in time, yeah, it's important to get your own time, but what you really want to do is get your opponents off the flags they already own. Otherwise, they're going to continue generating points. You know what I mean?
Yep. No, for sure.
All right. Looks like Renwood is back. So Paris, you got any questions for Renwood, the original MWC champion?
I don't know. Am I on? But yeah, here we go. Voice activation. Ooh, finally.
Are you in a refrigerator as well?
Dude, I am cool and classy as can be.
Nice.
Cool, man. So, we played Raisin Barn earlier. What did you think of the adaptation to it? Were you able to catch that game?
Yeah, he had a good unit selection or whatever. You know, he was. It's kind of probably what I would have done, but I was always trying to. I think nobody really understands that. In the first Myth World Cup, Raisin Barn had the only units that could sprint in TFL, made by Ferrix the Dead, right? Who was a rank and file sort of Myth player like the rest of us that got hired by Bungie.
Right.
So he was always like, you know, like Ruiner and stuff. Like he's up there like, oh my god, that guy pulled it off. So that's why it always had. But then recently, Spider Queens had been broken because they couldn't get close enough to people to bite them. Like, they took up more space than they should. So it's like, here's a knife. You can't get close enough to stab me. That doesn't help. So, like, I fixed them, but I don't think they used it. But it didn't matter because they didn't have Spider Queens. But it was a good, it was definitely a good match.
Right.
Oh, for sure, man. Yeah. No, it's,
That game was good. And like I said, that map is the first map to have the stained color map feature that I got Mirrored to add, where you can blow people up and smear their blood everywhere, and then you could save the JPEG or whatever and print it out, and you could use it for another map. You can make battlefields that are battle scarred and shit that you never could do before. That's why there's craters and blood everywhere.
Yeah. Well,
who all is on here? We got
Garrick, who joined recently as well.
Right.
The second champion to interview and one who actually participated. Garrick, do you have a microphone available? You want to have some words here to commemorate your championship?
No, I don't think Garrick is one to talk right now. He's had a very interesting conversation in the Discord, which I don't know if we can really repeat, you know, on Twitch.
Oh, right, I forgot. Yeah. Maybe he didn't play as many games as I thought.
Yeah, he was not. Yeah, he was busy with other things in life.
Yes.
Good for you, Garrick.
But he was there when he needed to be on the fields of Myth.
He was there at the start for his squad, you know, helping them build up their I guess, advantage in the pool, so that they can have like home field advantage throughout the entire run, for whatever it's worth.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's safe to say Hots didn't end up losing a match, so they played pretty damn good all year. I think it was exactly what was expected. Anything less would have been rather surprising with the arsenal of players they bring to the battlefield every weekend. So,
Perez, you want to hear the two strategies that I proposed that were rejected?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go through those. I'm gonna have to wrap this up over here soon, but
yeah, fair enough. I'll keep it
hit
short.
me up. Give me this extra content, bro. It's juicy.
Second map, desert. I wanted to do a full mall rush, mid and through the shallow crossing, and have 2 arty and a white and 6 malls that go to your mid flag, like either mid north or mid south flag, and have that be your home. And I think against their trade, because they got as many soulless, like basically same thing would have happened, but when we had victory imminent, instead of running back to mid flag, we would have pushed the last flag. That's my theory. So that was strat 1.
I agree.
My second strat, and I actually still think I want to see somebody try this on Lycan. I think you can max Stigs and not get Trow, because you only need to cover 7 flags, and Trow basically makes Solus useless and can soak fetch shots. So me, the Trow player on our team, I tried to convince them you can get 36 fucking Stigs to just hold flags. What are Trow gonna do? Anyway, I was vetoed on both strats, but that was what I had.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen Trowless strategies since like maybe 2001.
But
so
think about that map. There's so many chokes. There's so many chokes. There's so many soul hills.
Yeah. And on KOTM.
And the way that Limp does his trades, you basically have enough points to max like fucking everything. So you would have max souls, max spiders, max fetch, like, and max Stigs. So I think it could work. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that sounds good. I like it. In theory, it looks good on paper.
I'm not surprised they said no. That would be pretty embarrassing.
It'd be pretty ballsy, yeah.
I mean, it was kind of like in the 3v3, Shyster wanted to trade on PG for 4 morts. So I refused to captain and joined him so that I could blame him for the trade. Maybe I would have had to, tell LSO that he could join me. So after it failed miserably, everyone would know it was my fault. I don't know.
That's an interesting twist.
So I gotta mention,
a trend had called that out during that too.
The statue is who gets it? The captain or like a couple people on the team?
So I'm pretty sure Garnish is going to give a trophy to each one of the Hots players. Yeah. Garnish is going to give one to each player on Hot Sauce. And that's how he's going to do it. I heard people could send him some money, and he's willing to have a few more made, but you get paid for them. And yeah, it's a great way to commemorate a great Myth World Cup. And people are gonna look back, and are they even gonna remember Myth World Cup? They're gonna be looking at the trophy and be like, "Damn, that's when coronavirus hit, bro! Like, that was crazy."
Yeah.
That'll be the password. It'll say Myth World Cup 2019 or 2020 password is a COVID-19. But the unless there already is one, I don't know what it is. I only played 1 match with distinction.
Very true.
Right,
very true, guys.
Wrap it up now.
Yeah, I'm wrapping this up. Thank you to thank you Karma for showing up for post interview and playing. Thank you Spoon for showing up post interview as well as playing. Garrick, thank you for showing up and taking care of yourself the way that you should be taken care of. And thanks for Runwood adding in your input at the end. Thank you, Seeker, joining the entire cast, man. I do appreciate that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Big thanks for Clank to joining as well. Shout out to both the teams. Great games today, either way.
Shout out to Bungie for making the game.
Yeah. One last congratulations for the Hot Sauce squad. And this one's in the book, guys. Good games and take care.
Yep. See you next year.
Yep.
Free hands t-shirts for everybody who clicks on the link in the next 60 seconds.
Yes.